Hey, Paula. Paula, I don't know if you know or not, but one of my cousins died, Stephen Fisher, letting Randy know, and it's no big deal for him. He didn't know him really, so funeral's Monday over at Maysville. Hi, Rita. Oh, shoot. Damn phone bouncing around here. Rita, is that new stream deal that you're doing last night and yesterday, is that cheaper than the other one that we have? Hi, Carol. Hi, Gladys. Been trying to scale this truck out. I was overweight, trying to get it legal so I didn't get a ticket today down in Oklahoma. Hey, Rudy. Oh, that ain't bad. A whole lot better than almost $45. And it seems like it works all right. Later, send me a link to it, Rita, if you don't mind. Is it just called Restream? Is that all it's called? Okay. I'll look it up tonight when I get parked down here. I think we'll take the back roads. I was going to go down by where Jennifer Willis lives, but there's a lot of road construction down there, and they backed up the other day like 10 miles. So I'm going to take the 2 lane. Yep, they are. They got all these people doing it. They're going to lose a lot of business, I'll bet. Yeah, me too. I'm like you. I'm not very good at the technology, so it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But when it hurts your wallet, you got to do something different. I mean, we're not doing this to make money. We're just doing it to enjoy ourselves and with our friends. And we shouldn't have to pay $50 a month to just have fun with our friends. Rita, I shouldn't have typed the statement I did yesterday on yours. I was going to discuss it here on mine today. Once more got in here, maybe. Yep, Monday night's ice cream. I'm not supposed to be eating ice cream no more, but I might give me an ice cream sandwich. It sucks. I can't hardly eat anything. Last night when I was on your live, they were talking to you guys. Shannon made a really good supper, like cube steaks, uh, scalloped potatoes and corn, and dinner rolls. And I ate one small plate, and my chest like exploded. I couldn't belch or nothing. She gave me a gas pill, and then she had some Coke there, and I took a Coke about midnight and drank, a bunch of it, and finally got to belching. But I've been up and down all night long because man, it just got stuck on my chest. Just pressure. I hope Rhonda's doing better. No, she didn't. She looked so pale last night. I got the link pinned at the top. Gladys or anybody wants if you guys want to come up, anybody wants to come up? Gladys, you can come up as long as you're not playing that music real loud today. Hey, Cheryl, about time you got here. You're always first in the readers, but you're going to be last coming in mine? What the heck? I know she was. I'd be calling the cops to tell them to turn that shit down. There's no need in that, you know, that loud where your neighbors have to listen to it. Hey, Backlash. Backlash, you guys out fishing today? We haven't heard anything yet, Cheryl. I was just asking if anybody heard from Rhonda. If you got here on time, you could have heard me ask. Oh, it's raining over there? Fish biting the rain. Hey, Jenna. Yeah, Rita. Don't mind you coming up, Backlash. Come up and have Panda on there with you. Panda's never home. I hate to see when she becomes a teenager. We're headed to Oklahoma, Cheryl. Jones, Oklahoma. It's right north side of Oklahoma City, down to that blue and gold sausage plant. Shay Shay's late too. She told me she would be in here today. I'll have to cut one of her pigtails off. Shay Shay's not in here right now, so I can say something. I like her. She's fun to aggravate. She gives it back. Her and her sister both do. DJ does too. I like him too, even though they're from the East Coast. She looks like she could be some really fun at a party or something, going out doing something. She's kind of an outgoing lady. Well, if you don't know because you live out there, and actually, Backlash where you and Coastal live is not too bad. But when you get up to Northern Virginia on up, I just hate it up there. I don't mind the Carolinas, but I don't like New Jersey and up through New York City and stuff in Connecticut and Rhode Island. But I do like Western uh, New York out around Buffalo. Southern East Coast ain't bad. The people up north are rude. Yep. And you can tell the difference too. There is exceptions, guys. You know, exceptions everywhere. But for the most part, up there, it just seems like they don't care about nobody else. They don't do like, you know, like we call Miss Rita here or whatever, or Mister or thank you or whatever. They don't do that up there. It's probably because they don't drink sweet tea. It's kind of same in the West Coast. I know we have a lot of ladies in Oregon and Washington here, and they're the exceptions. But some of them people, their train of thought out there, I love it out in Oregon and Washington. It's pretty. Anybody ever gets a chance to go out there and see that, especially on the West Coast itself. You know, going into the states ain't so good, but once you get over the mountains, you know, it's some pretty land. Yep, they are. I don't know when they got an R. Did I say it wrong or something? Besides, backlash just bite me. Ha ha ha. Come on, dude. It's 60 mile an hour down through here. Oh, well, I've lost all my teeth except one. And I can't get my false teeth yet. I've been waiting a year. And sometimes my words, I know I hear it. Especially if I watch a replay, my words just don't come out. That's why I like to type a lot of stuff. But I can't spell words either. I know you are. I can take it. As long as you ain't like Joe. She tries to take her scissors after me. These ladies here backlash are mean. If you go in there tonight on Rita's, you'll see they're mean to me. Yeah, right, Rita, you're right. But we get our points across. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, Rita and I hooked up years ago, and both our channels have helped each other out with people coming in. You know, we talk about different people, and we've helped each other get more. I mean, Rita's way past me, but I don't really work on getting more subscribers anymore. But and I haven't made dumplings, chicken and dumplings, so I don't have a really good video. I got if I made some chicken and dumplings, I could probably catch Rita. Yep, you are. I think you got what over 5,000 views on the chicken and dumplings, and a lot of them that come in. That's how they find you is because of that video. I like chicken. I don't really like chicken that much, but I do like chicken dumplings. And I told Shannon the other night to watch your recipe and see how you make it compared to what she does. Yeah, 500,000. Yeah. I wonder if you. I know there's ways of doing it, but I'm not technical savvy. Replay it again, make it again. Maybe you can get even some more. I've never heard of that one. There she is. Troublemaker's here. She's late, but she's here. Hi, Shay Shay. I was talking about you earlier. I'm not going to repeat it. It was really bad. Shay Shay, you can come up if you want. There's Pin there. Backlash. Don't tell her. I want her glasses. Actually, I want 2025. I'm tired of 2024. There's a rock, a gym. I'm almost like a Buckeye, a worthless nut. Bye, Jenna. Or Janae. I always say it wrong. You know, I went to like a family deal yesterday for my cousin that died. I spent some time with my aunt and then with his wife. And I guess years ago, my uncle had a Buckeye in his pocket, carried everywhere. And his son, Stephen, that died. And my uncle died years ago. but he had lost his Buckeye, and they really, I didn't know they did it. They really believe in carrying a Buckeye in their pocket. All right, there's a few ladies from Rita's channel in here. I'll tell a lot of you guys are wondering what the comment was. I said last night, and I shouldn't have done it on Rita's, but I do not like Carrie. I used to. I'm the one who brought Carrie to Rita's channel. There was Rambling with the Brahms. Me and him did a lot of stuff for Carrie when she first started out. We sent her money and different things, but Rita helped her a lot and a lot of other ladies. And Carrie did Rita wrong, and I don't appreciate it. I stick up for my friends, and that's why I had nothing to do with Carrie last night. I know Rita has kind of put it aside and let her in. There's a lot of ladies that do like Carrie. I know she's handicapped, but I don't treat handicapped people any different than I treat any other people. They can learn too. I got a niece that's kind of slow and deaf, and I treat her the same as I do the rest of my nieces and nephews and stuff. It hinders people when they think they got the handicap. It's like Joe. Joe is handicapped with her disabilities and stuff. And me and Joe talked here a while back. She doesn't have her teeth. She's got one leg. You guys all know that. And she likes it when I pick on her. Her cousins or brothers, when she got her teeth out for Christmas, would put dental floss in her stocking. And she enjoys that stuff. Hey, Coastal. Yeah. Therefore, Rita never did block her, but we never talked to her. We didn't go on her channel or do anything like that. But I know Sandra Kay and a lot of others like her. Well, that's fine. Everybody can like whoever they want, but we can dislike who we want too. I know, Rita, you're a bigger person than I am. I can't let things go when somebody wrongs somebody. I'm sorry. Just a little bit here. We'll be in Kansas, Shay. This is Atchison, Kansas. I just got my load on, and we're headed down to Oklahoma. Missouri River is just up here, just a few miles. We'll go over a big bridge, and we'll be in Kansas for a long time. You know, Shay, I'm starting to think you are the better sister. Dee hasn't showed up, so I guess you're all right. I know it. I keep looking for it. I want to blow away. This land right through here I'm going through is the bottoms of the river. This floods a lot. Rita, we will be in a few hills in just a minute. I know you don't like the flat ground. I don't either. It's very boring. It's not real mountains like it is down around you, but there is some hills coming up. I know you don't. I don't either. It's kind of boring. Oh no, Rita, you got a wrench. Put her in timeout. You was lurking, weren't you, Marlene? She's a stalker, I know it. Come on, light change. I don't like having to stop on this hill. This is Atchison, Kansas. It's actually good historical. What's her name? She flew the airplane across the ocean. Amelia Earhart is from this town, guys. Right here. There's actually a museum here with her. Hi, Mary. This is where Amelia Earhart's from. They got a museum and everything here for her. Mary, you can come up if you want. Anybody's welcome up. Oh no. Look who snuck in the back door. I always have really good groups. Joe, you can come up if you keep the words down to a minimum. Like every 4 minutes, take a break or something like that. Hobble around the house. Just kidding. Mhm. Joe, you just missed a little bit ago. I was told them about your family members giving you dental floss for Christmas. Yeah, you can string them out a little bit. I do have 338 miles to go down here. I won't go all the way today. I got a 9 o'clock appointment in the morning, so bring on one of your stories. We're not talking about cat litter, though. Actually, I am going to talk about cat litter. I was at my aunt's yesterday, and my grandmother lived with her before she died. And one of the grandkids had went in and took a shower and put that skin so soft all over them, so it was on everything. And my grandmother was a really witch. She was mean. She'd make me go out and cut a weeping willow tree to whoop my ass. And I was a good kid. But she went to go take a shower. Well, they had the cat litter box in the bathroom. And my aunt was telling the story. It was funny as heck. She's 81 or 82. And she said she went in, she heard a noise. And Grandma had fell into the cat litter box. And Aunt Gladys was standing there just laughing and giggling and hysterical. And Grandma said, yeah, if I'd have broke my freaking neck, you'd still be laughing. And my other aunt had showed up and walked in and seen what was going on and was trying to help up. So they had to put her back in the shower and wash all the cat litter off of her. She lived to 90 something. I forget how old she was. She died a few years ago, but she was like in her 90s. I went up and seen my cousin's wife, and her name is Regina. Her husband passed away Thursday, and she's been kind of an outcast like I am. She says what she thinks and does whatever. She's been in the family 30 some years, but a lot of people haven't accepted her. Really nice lady, hardworking. And I went up and I was aggravating her like I do you ladies. And some of the people were looking at me, and she says it's okay. Randy's Randy. And cause I asked her, because they was talking, I'd never heard this. When you go to a funeral, you don't drive your own car. Like a husband or wife or whatever, you take somebody else's. And they were telling her not to take her car. She got a brand new Jeep. And I go, hey, do what you want to do if you want to drive your own, because you don't like riding with them others. And I missed something Marilyn wrote. No, but if I had been there, I'd have done it. But I was aggravating her. I said, "Well, you can take your broom." She said it was in her shop. And you should have seen the people in the house when I was aggravating her. I mean, yeah, she lost her husband, but her life's still going on. And she, it made her laugh. And everybody left. And she started talking about different things that they had done to her, like their house. Her mother-in-law, it's a farm, they got like 180 acres, and she gave her son 15 acres of it to build a new house. Well, they didn't put her name on the deal, but she found the warranty deed and had her name on it. So, well, that's why Regina is, because Stephen was married, he wasn't divorced yet, and him and Regina started running around. But it took both of them to do it. But my aunt just, I mean, she just does. Oh, man, that was loud. Somebody's in the basement. That blew my eardrum. Be prepared, guys. I invited her, but we can delete her.
Well, that's true. You can mute me too. Go check on the turkey.
It's right there. I can see it. It's hobbling around.
Uh-huh.
Only one drumstick.
That's right. Randy, those are my chosen nephews, and they just had fun.
Yeah, I was telling the story I told you earlier before you came on. I pick on everybody, because I was talking about somebody else that was on the panel last night, and I go, I don't treat nobody that's handicapped different than anybody else.
Mm-mm. Well, not unless they let you know that it bothers them, that they're still in that phase where they're real sensitive about it, because we just want to feel normal. I mean, we are. We're just
Yeah.
normal in our abnormal way.
I noticed last night there, I was on when Cheryl first came in. I was there, but I didn't type. And there was 3 or 4 of the ladies asking where I was at. So I had to let them know I was watching.
Yeah, you were a little quieter last night. I'm taking you through the house to my messy kitchen. Just mixed up cheesecake.
Oh, I love cheesecake, especially with a little bit of cherry sauce on it.
And I'll make I usually make them cupcake size so that you can, half of them can be mud bottom with the Oreo crust and half can be regular with the graham cracker crust.
I overdosed on cheesecake once out in Albuquerque. I used to haul out there, and it's called a Cheesecake Factory. You guys can look
Mm-hmm.
it up. Oh, they have the best cheesecake. And I go, man, you guys can give me a sample? I thought, they'll give me a little piece. No,
Yeah.
they give me a great big pie. I mean, like a slice of pizza.
Wow.
And I ate that all in 2 days. And oh, man, it was so good, though. But
Mm-hmm. I lose you.
nope, we
Okay.
didn't get that lucky.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, it's my brother's birthday, and he
No,
never picks really a cake, so we pick whatever we're hungry for. So this year it was cheesecake.
you can't beat a good German chocolate cake, too.
Oh no. Yeah, I make those from scratch. That's my sister's birthday every 4th of July.
That's my favorite, but I do love carrot cake.
is. About another 3 hours. And she'll be done.
I eat red velvet once in a while, Shay, but I don't know, there just ain't enough flavor to it. It depends on what icing's on it. I'm talking, I'm not typing. How long does it take to tie all them knots in your hair? And is it painful? It looks like it'd be painful sitting there doing that. Yeah, cream cheese icing's good. They can't go wrong with that.
I used to make the cheesecake into like the round, the round pan, and then I found that if I made them by cupcakes, we could all share them, and I could do half with the chocolate and half with the graham cracker, and everybody be pretty much happy. Oh, now it's smoky in the house.
Oh, 3 hours. Wow. It didn't hurt though, pulling on your hair like that? I figured it hurt.
No,
I couldn't sit there for 3 hours letting them pull on my hair.
No.
I've never had red velvet with a graham cracker crust. I've always had it with just a red velvet cake with icing. And I love graham cracker crust on anything. I'll take a graham cracker crust if Santa's got them there in the house already made. I'll just whip up some pudding and make me like a vanilla pudding or chocolate pudding.
I imagine, Shay, it gets heavy. It looks beautiful, but yeah, especially if you go ahead and make it yourself and make it with the good butter.
Shay, if you ever go trim it, I know where you can take the trimmings and send to. Send them to Jo there. She could use the trimmings.
Yeah.
I'm not far from it. I'm getting pretty thin on the top.
I've had a couple friends tell me I need to shave it. I'm not ready for that yet. Your cat plays with them?
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 16. Yeah. Well, no, those are half.
Dang, Jo, you did really good. You didn't even have to take your shoe off to count that high.
I know. Wasn't that amazing? Well, these are half packs. And I like them because if you're like having peanut butter on graham crackers or you just want a snack, they don't go stale. But I couldn't remember how many were in here to crush up.
I believe she did, Shay. Jo, Shay's asking if you made the cheesecake.
Oh, yes. I made it from scratch. And I'm getting ready to make the crust so I can get it in the oven. And that turkey I'm smoking has about 3 hours. And then I'll make green bean casserole and mashed potatoes.
I like green beans with cheese in it and bacon.
Oh, now the bacon. Cheese might be interesting. What, you want graham crackers too?
I take Velveeta cheese cut off little hunks and melt it into the green beans and put some
Hmm.
seasons in there.
Yeah, I like taking fat back if you can find it and putting it in green beans and cooking them. But it's getting harder to find good fat back that isn't real expensive.
Yeah, somebody was talking the other day on here. The ham hocks are getting really expensive just to make beans and ham,
Yep.
and they're getting really expensive just for a couple ham hocks.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to be like throwaway. And so you get two big ham hocks for a few bucks, and you take one, make a big mess of beans with the ham hocks, and then you put the other one in the freezer. And now now it's not. But those turkeys, I got those in the early January, and I got a 21 and a half pounder, a 22 and a 23, and I paid 11.50 and 12 and a quarter for them, and then I put them in the freezer because they were on sale. They have more than
All right, Shay.
so. Oh, that'll be great. See, Oreos. That's the other half.
Yeah, it is a good price. I don't go shopping much, but my wife tells me some of this stuff anymore are just ridiculous.
It is. I mean, it's just kind of hard to believe that a year ago I could get 2 pounds of store butter for $5, and now it's $4.50. Now it's come down a little to $4.50 a pound for one, and yet none of the budgets changed for it. Everything's gone up at least $1 or $2, and some things even more. Here,
Yeah, Mary, I love that too. Only thing is, I can't eat cabbage no more since I got sick a few years ago. I can't digest it.
Ooh,
And I used to take turnips and just slice them and eat them like an apple. But I haven't had a turnip in a long time. I don't know if I could eat one of them.
you ever eat radish sandwiches, Randy?
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy dogs. I have 3 of my dogs, and they're sitting here. The others haven't found me back in the kitchen.
Yeah, I like the turnip greens too, Shay. I gotta put just a little bit of vinegar on them though. Not a lot, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I like mustard greens better than turnip greens, but I kind of stink to cook them. I know you can't have those. I'll give you some of the. Look, I got 3 of my pups down here, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, what are you having?" I know you want the cheesecake batter, but you've had enough. Cray dog.
My wife does, Shay. She's a Southern lady too. She from Florida, so
Yeah, I use fatback. And I don't go crazy on the vinegar either, Randy, when I eat them. Yeah, in a lot of places, they don't carry things like fatback. You have to find the right grocery store or butcher to get it because, or if you're out in the country, you're fortunate because you can find it a lot more than them city in the big cities.
yeah, we get a lot of our meat from the Mennonites. They have a little butcher shop, and they cut different things in a way different than you would get in the stores in town.
Hey, Mary. That's if I said hello. Yeah. Well, we have a Piggly Wiggly about 20 minutes from here, and I tell you what, the pig, they have some of the best fried chicken from the deli, and you can get 2 pieces of dark or 2 pieces of white plus hush puppies for like $3.50. But it beats KFC or anybody else if you're not making it yourself any day. But they carry all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Shay, we got Mennonites and Amish community just about 30 miles from me.
I grew up with that, Randy. In Southern Maryland, there was a lot of Amish Mennonites. We were in the country, so. But that's where I get my pork shoulders or pork butt to make my pulled pork from. It's from Piggly Wiggly.
I used to deliver to a lot of Piggly Wiggly warehouses, and I've been in a few of their stores. They're actually pretty nice stores, I think.
Yeah. They're not so much, I guess for me, they're not so much the big conglomerate grocery store, and most of them still are like country, rural thinking grocery stores. But not as many of them as there used to be. What dementia dog?
Come on, see if I can get past this green truck before the lane ends.
Where's everybody else? I see Mary and Shay Shay. Did everybody just kind of bail or come up and they bail? Where'd Marilyn go?
Maryland's quiet for a change.
I know, kind of scary.
She's probably resting up for Halloween to go get them shots and beer.
That's good enough. Sometimes I take a hammer to it, but I just didn't feel like I'll get the hammer. Holy cow. Poor holy cows.
She probably is, Cheryl. I mean, that woman has been up late the last 2 nights.
Excuse me. I know. Yeah.
And she's going to be on again tonight, she just said, so.
Uh-huh.
And then Monday night, we're having an ice cream social.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she got I don't think she expected anybody to catch her. It's Sunday, Monday, Saturday, Friday night when she came back up trying, testing that Restream. I don't think, because it was, I think 11 or 11:30 my time and they've been on for about 20 minutes. And that was just a lot of fun. And then last night she went long.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like 45 people still in there and everybody up on panel, and she hates to shut it off when there's that many in there.
Yeah, but I've told her, Randy, when she needs to go, and she needs to go. I mean,
Yep.
she needs to take care of herself and get the rest she needs. I mean, I know it's fun when everybody's up and everybody's participating, and you don't want to miss anything, but we'll be all right because we know she'll be back.
She enjoys the company, so just like everybody going in there, that she just really enjoys it.
We all do, Randy. I mean, that's why we're all willing, if you want to stay with StreamYard, to pitch in a little bit. A bunch of us were like,
Yep.
we don't mind giving you a hand up. It's not a handout because I know you want this to be free, but you've given us stuff that's invaluable. What's $4 a month? I mean, 10, 15 of us, and it's taken care of. Hi, Alvin.
Hi, Alvin.
Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I might need to take a hammer to these because these would be.
Oh, Alvin. Rhonda said she loves fishing. She was under the weather last night. Her blood pressure dropped way down to like 100. So I don't know if she'll be in here today. Nobody's heard from her yet.
Quite a bit out of you.
Alvin likes going fishing. He's actually in Nevada, in Reno, Shay. And Rhonda, we've been trying to find her a boyfriend. And so Alvin's single and Rhonda's single, so I'm trying to hook them up.
I'll be done with this in a minute, Randy.
Alvin's retired from working at the casinos.
Oh, I imagine that's an interesting job, and he's got a bunch of stories there.
Joe, mute yourself while you're beating it.
There we go. Chocolate crust out of Oreos. A little bit of butter.
Oh, the bad sister showed up finally. Hi, Dee.
Crush the Oreos. Oh, I'm gonna go find the baby. Jump up and down on it? Oh, I suppose I could, but I'm on one-legged and I really don't want to step. And I'm on live, so, My sister said, couldn't you just jumped up and down and crushed the Oreos on the bag? We were at she's my chosen sister. We were at my mom's house, and my siblings were there, and Mom had washed the floor. And I stood up to go to my brother's house down the block, and she says, if you slip, I ain't picking you up. And my family, they dropped everything and whipped around and says, oh my goodness, what kind of friend are you? And I'm laughing. I'm just dying because I knew exactly what she was saying. Yeah, they were quite upset.
Shay, is Dee at the beach today? Oh, you're in the AC. Okay.
Well, thank you, Shay Shay. Well, you saw that turkey that's smoking. I don't just cook sweet stuff. But I do prefer bacon a lot more than.
I can't go to the beach. They got signs up, save the whales, and they would push me back on ground.
I was gonna say, would they have a whale rescue group out there for you? With the cove? I've been baking since a month before my 7th birthday. So longer than I can count. Well, I can count it, but
I used to do a lot of baking and cooking, and I got my stroke, and I can't hardly stand up there at the kitchen and stove and do much anymore. I used to make really good cinnamon rolls. My mom taught me to bake and cook when I was a kid.
it was my daddy. My mama didn't give me anything, but my daddy, well, at Christmas, after midnight mass, Christmas Eve, he would have the whole church over for a Christmas party. The adults, and they'd come for 2 or 3 hours, and he'd put out. So he would bake for about a month. So a month before I turned 7, he said, "Well, come in the kitchen, taught me how to bake." And couple months before my 9th birthday, he said, "The kitchen's all yours. Get in trouble, find me. Have questions, find me." I'd already been doing a lot of stuff on my own. But I mean, we're talking 10 different kinds of cookies, and I do cakes, and I do, you name it. And we put the spread out before they came over, stash it in the freezer, pull it out a couple of days before. And I didn't go. I didn't go to those gatherings until I was probably 12 or 13.
We're headed to Oklahoma, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
We're headed to Oklahoma. We're in Kansas right now.
We ain't in Kansas anymore, Toto.
We're not too far out of Topeka.
Randy, I have a wheelchair that when I'm not doing little projects, it has a lift. And it goes up, I think, 13 inches. So if I'm doing a long project, I can sit in it and I can lift almost like I'm standing, so I can knead bread, or I can get things out of the upper shelves. And if I need to get something like out of a lower shelf, it tilts forward. And I use it when I'm in here for long patches to save wear and tear on my joints, and so they don't hurt so much.
No.
But, took me 18 months to get it, but some days I just don't feel like farting with it. It's big. But it is helpful. The big problem is I can't take, if I needed to take it to go somewhere on a trip or something, there ain't no way, So I have to wait another 2.5 years to get one that's actually functional for regular life when I'm out and about. Expensive too.
What do you got? The cement mixer running?
Did I get to see Nixon run?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he running?
Yeah, it sounds like my cement mixer.
Oh, that's Deb. She's using the bandsaw. I don't know
Oh.
where I have this, where I'm using the smoker. She kind of took over that porch to do some of her woodworking stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. She woke up and she wandered and came in and said hello. And then she wandered out there and now she's cutting something. And Lord only knows what she's cutting.
Mm-hmm.
And she could have closed the door some so it wouldn't be so loud, but the neurological stuff doesn't make all those connections work all the time anymore. She forgets. I went through it with my dad. He had Alzheimer's disease. And it's like burying somebody 100 times before you tell them to just let go because it's time. And now I'm doing the same thing with her, but I'm her caretaker. Just one prepares you for the other. And catch the crumbs. Get some buttermilk and when we got put cheesecake in the oven. So
How long does it take?
with the little ones, it'll probably take about 25 minutes if I do the cupcakes. If you do a large one, it takes about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes.
I've never made cheesecake. I didn't know how long it took.
Putting it together is fairly simple, but then you have to do the crust. And if I put it in a regular springform pan like you normally get, it takes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to get it to cook. But if you do the cupcake size, it's more like 30 minutes, which is so much more reasonable. Plus, everybody gets kind of what they want. Because I eat very little chocolate because caffeine sparks migraines. So it took me through 2.5 years to wean off of chocolate and coffee and Coca-Cola. And a few years ago, I found that I could eat just a little bit of chocolate to get the taste out, especially with caramel. So, but I don't eat much because chocolate's not as bad as caffeine. So, I'm not getting the chat on. For some reason, I'm not getting the chat on StreamYard, so I'm having to go over here. Okay, guys. Simple. Molly, Swanee, you need to sit your butt in one place and watch me and wait for me to drop something for 5 minutes instead of being everywhere I am. I'm behind you, tell where I am. Because you're getting aggravated. See the others? They just sit down and wait. A whole different world when you have a dog with dementia. Some days she doesn't know if it's coming or going. Some days they just want to
I was at my cousin's yesterday. They had two dogs in there. I was playing with them, and one of them, I don't know, not a German Shepherd, but it's a pup. It's about the same markings,
Yeah.
and man, it has some long claws. It jumped on my hand and scratched the hell out of my hand. I think my hand's ever going to stop bleeding.
Well, she's 15. Molly's 15. And some days I just want to lock her and Deb in the same room and leave them for a few hours. But, yeah, you know how it goes. And she's a good dog. She's a Border Collie mix. But when she gets, it's not constant. When she gets into that real dementia spot, Randy, she just kind of, she wants to be like right next to you. And every time you turn around, she's there. I mean, I can stop for 2 seconds and turn back around to grab something and nearly fall flat on my face because she's right behind me, where she's pacing.
She's got to be right there with you, huh?
Yeah, and I know those are her bad days when she's just like right there, glue and pacing. But I keep praying, Randy, that she just does me a favor and knows that it's okay to just let go. and go ahead and cross the bridge, because I've had to take 3 in since 2019 alone, and it's the hardest thing. It's just easier if they just make it a little easier on you. I will do it because it's the last devotion. It's the most heartbreaking thing, but it's the last love and devotion you can give a dog. But to let them know it's okay. But I keep telling him.
My ex-brother-in-law was going to court over a dog. His roommate, he's an older gentleman. He ain't as old as I am, but his roommate, his wife is my sister that committed suicide last year. And
Mm,
his roommate beat the hell out of their dog and then
oh,
text him to go dispose of the dog. And he went out and dropped it off a bridge. Somebody got him on video. So both of them are going to court. I hope they get some thrown at them.
yeah,
If you
because,
don't like a dog, take it to a shelter or something.
right, or if it's reminding you of someone and there's that grief, you don't take it out on the dog because
Nope.
they're living creatures. And I know a lot of people go, they're just an animal, but they aren't. To a lot of people, they aren't. And yeah, no, that just angers me. And it angers me that the friend didn't have balls enough to just stand up and say no or go and pick up the dog and take it to the proper authorities.
Yeah, I guess they went and picked, so whoever videoed it picked the dog up and took it to the vet right there in town. That it ended up dying, but he
Well,
says it was dead, but he didn't check see if it was dead. But he still should have,
yeah,
not dropped it off a bridge, just went and buried it then.
yeah. But he should have checked it out. And at least the end was humane.
Yeah,
Um,
I got a
and,
friend that on here. Her name's Ashley Brady.
mm-hmm,
Last week, she had a dog for 19 or 20 years, and it died. She went live burying it. She's crying, and stuff, and had a couple of her friends there digging the hole, wrapped it up, and she had treats and toys and everything for the dog. Did like a memorial live on it, but she'd had that dog for a long time.
yeah, yeah. My we got in 1997. I got Deb a Basset puppy. I found a runt that nobody wanted, and it was purebred, but nobody wanted it, so the lady let me have it for near nothing. And then 2 years later, I adopted a severely abused long-haired dachshund, and he was with me for 15 years, and he was, like I think I said last night, he was with me with losing my leg and going through a whole, losing my dad. And I woke up one morning at 6 and he came in the bathroom and I petted him and said good morning, and he barked at Tony going down the hall. That's Deb's husband, my chosen brother who I'm doing this for, and seemed fine. And I woke up 2 hours later and I found him gone. He had made himself a
Mm.
little bed and in the living room, and I almost drowned in my grief because that was the hardest one. And Deb was like, told my vet and anybody that would listen, does anybody know who has some dachshunds? And my doc said, well, there's a breeder and I'm taking care of some pups. So Deb says, I told her no. And she said, well, just get in the damn car and go see the dog, see the puppy. And if you don't like it, then at least you've tried. And I tell you, I sat on the woman's couch and she brought out, she had 2 long hairs and she only had one left. And she brought Monkey out and put him on my lap. And the first thing he did was lick my face, and then he laid his head here. And I knew that he was the one to get me through that season. Totally different personality, but he helped get me through that season. And now I got 3 of them laying on the floor, just waiting for me to drop something.
Mhm. There are a lot of comfort to people.
Well, I could never have children, so
That's why Shannon, she had one kid before we got married, and she had 2 miscarriages, and her animals are her kids, and she says that.
yeah,
And she had a mastiff. We had it for, I don't know, 15 years, and it died last year. And she actually bought a headstone for it. And then we
Mm,
got a cat. We got a little cemetery right there by our house,
mm.
and she buys headstones for them.
Well, I've got a little plot in the back where Munchie and Minnie, who came along a few years later, they're in there, and there's a couple rose bushes and there's a couple docks and metal things in there and stuff like that. And Bastion was so big, he was 65 pounds. He left us at 16. That's the one we got in 97. He's in the back corner because he was so big, and we have clay to get. And I know right where he is, but and you know, so they're all here now. Now Maggie is sitting on the dresser because that was Deb's dog, and she left us at 6 years old a couple years ago, and Deb took it really hard, so I paid for her to be cremated. So right now she's sitting in a bag in a very nice box on the dresser.
Oh, congratulations, Alvin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. Alvin's grandsons play football, and they go all over he lives over by Reno, but they actually go into California playing football.
Cool. All right, Randy, you want some graham cracker crust? Slash
Yep.
Land O'Lakes butter, no sugar. And this is the mud bottom. This is butter and Oreos. And I can take this and put this away. I just typed out all the recipes that I need to glance at. Put them in this book to make it faster. And double check this. 450, get a 7.
Well, we're off the 2-lane. We're getting ready to get on the turnpike now. We're in Topeka.
Topeka. I was.
There's one of the ladies comes on Rita. I forget which one it is. She lives here in Topeka.
Yeah. I took my last cross country trip in '96. I double dislocated my shoulder when I was at work as a CNA, and so I was trying to figure out, do I go back to that? Do I stick with my medic work? And then it was like, well, you need to go see your dad in Cali. Mom, I would have to see Mom. So and then Deb says, well, I need a break from North Carolina. So we got in this Volkswagen 1969.
Oh, somebody's in the basement. Let me get around this curve, whoever's in the basement.
And we went cross country, and I took like 6 weeks and went all over the places we went. And by the time I hit California, they were in North California. So we went up there for a few months, and then I went to Germany to school for 4 months.
Hi, Shay.
Hey, I don't know how to look at the chat on here now. This is different. Okay.
Yeah, well, there it is down at the bottom. No, wait a minute. No, that blocks out. Can't do that. I have it on my phone over here.
Okay.
I was asking Randy, do you want some chocolate crust?
No, I want plain.
I want the chocolate one.
The graham cracker. See, that's why. That is exactly why I do my cheesecakes and cupcakes.
Because everybody wants something different.
I have half like me that go traditional and half that want the mud bottom.
Alvin, that's pretty good. 7-0.
Yeah. Where are you?
Randy, what ice cream you eating tomorrow?
Do what? You got to turn the volume down a little bit.
Wait a minute. Okay.
You're blasting my eardrums out.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's a little bit better, yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay.
I got a headset on, so it just echoes really quick.
Oh, okay. What kind of ice cream you gonna have tomorrow?
I'll probably get me an ice cream sandwich because I'm not supposed to be eating ice cream no more.
Mhm. No problem. Oh, yeah, so good on it.
I love ice cream, but they told me I got to cut down on it.
Yeah, everybody's on a diet. Everybody's going through things. I'm just gonna take off my diet for tomorrow and have some ice cream.
There you go.
That's
You know,
it.
I think some of it's moderation.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, I got a habit. There'll be a half a gallon of ice cream in the freezer, and I'll go in there and sit and watch TV or be on Rita's panel or watching. And before I know it, I've ate almost the whole thing.
It's so easy to do, but you have to just, have to watch it. So much sugar, the processed sugar is really
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I got really sick because my blood sugar jumped way over 300. So
wow.
yeah.
Are you diabetic or it was just
yes,
oh,
no,
okay.
I'm diabetic. Yeah, but I drink Mountain Dew all day long.
I had a Canada Dry habit and I have only been drinking water for 2 years now, and it was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. The hardest.
Well, it was hard when I figured out. I was like 22 when I figured out that caffeine was one of the biggest triggers for my migraines. And
Then that was like 70 years ago.
yeah, it was, wasn't it? That's why I'm almost bald. But it took me like 2.5 years because I love my coffee, I love my Coca-Cola, and I love my chocolate, especially Hershey bars with almonds and any milk chocolate with caramel. Now I can, in the last 5-6 years, I can have a little small piece of chocolate with caramel in it to satisfy the taste. Every once I'll do fine, but don't give me any caffeine. They did that when I had my chemical stress test in 2019. They gave me an 8-ounce Pepsi to reverse the effect. I had one of the worst migraines I had in years.
Wow.
And I tell you, the good thing I had medicine and helped pick it out. But I looked at him and I said, really? I have not had a cola soda in like 30 years, 35 years, and you give me a Pepsi?
Yeah, Pepsi is very sugary.
I was like, gosh, I would have brought my own and brought a Coca-Cola and actually enjoyed it. I know them as fighting words because we were half and half.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Rhonda. I hope you're doing better. We've been talking about you. Alvin's in. Alvin's in here.
Hey, Rhonda. Good to
Hey,
see
Rhonda.
you. Feeling better. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay.
Rhonda, you look like we were going to have to call the morgue last night. You look really bad, girl.
You guys
Yeah, Rhonda, you scared a bunch of us last night.
I don't know. My thing is, let me see. Okay, I'm way behind. All right. I don't know.
Well, catch up, girl.
I'm way behind. I don't know this one. What is this? Who is this? StreamYard. Okay. No, what are you doing on this one? Are you going to switch over to Randy, or are you going to stay with StreamYard?
Think I'm going to switch to that one Rita's doing.
I've been hearing a lot of people say it lately.
You're still a little bit loud. It's getting louder again, Shay.
Me too.
It's hard to hear you.
Me too. Mhm.
Go to your mic settings and turn your mic down. Hey, you look like it, Rhonda, last night.
I cannot find the cupcake tin. I found a 12, but I find the big one that I got from Wilton. And I had them all together in one place, and that place wasn't good. Thank you.
There's no place to put it.
Well, I had it over there.
Is this better, Randy?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I did it.
Oh, you're on the way to church, get the truck or treat. Yeah, a bunch of the kids around our area were doing that last night.
I had to go find my cupcake pan. See,
Okay, Kathy, I remember.
hey Shay, how's that for a cupcake pan?
Ha ha, Kathleen.
Oh, nice.
Instead of having to do 3 of these, I can do one.
What do you
just-
do? You put them
Eh.
in cupcake cold paper things, or you just?
Yeah, I put them in metal and foil, not metal. So then because you have the butter, so I get these in their foil.
Oh, okay.
Kathleen, are you talking about Joe? I know you're not talking about me.
And then if you want to decorate them after they come out of the oven, you can put any regular one under the foil. But I use foil, and that way the bottoms don't look, the butter from the crust doesn't come through.
Oh, good idea.
I do not know why my AirPod won't stay connected. It's I'm
Kathleen,
getting
did you date Moses when you was a little girl? Was he one of your boyfriends? I'm always respecting my elders, Cheryl. I can't help it. I hang around with a lot of older people.
Oh my gosh. You know what? The only thing that's old about me, Randy, I think is my body. The rest is it.
Shay, turn it. I hate to do it again, but turn it back up just a little bit.
This morning I was just ready to quiet quit. But, I crawled around for a while and I picked myself back up and here I am. Not literally crawled. Just had my little pity party and anger and frustration. And poop.
Almost become your papa-in-law, huh?
How is this, Randy?
A little bit more.
How's it?
There. That's good right there. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, Randy, when this is the first time that StreamYard said do a mic check, and I didn't know you would hear me when I was like, check, and you're like, who hollered in my ear? No, these
Well,
are
she
by
fixed it. Now
Reynolds
she
metal
disappeared.
track. She hit a button. She just got it perfect. She hit a button. No, he almost became my pa-in-law. Catherine says.
There's back, I think.
I'm trying to see the chat. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's all right. Me neither.
Me neither. You know, Randy, I think a lot of it is my childhood. You know, I can be insecure sometimes, but I didn't become someone who's like, you know, and I can tell the difference between someone who's just picking because that's how they communicate, that's how they talk, that kind of thing, and somebody who's bullying and mean-spirited, and that ain't you.
No.
So, yeah, you're like a brother. And, you know, I can pick back. I can hold my ground and take care of myself. And
Most of you ladies can pick back.
because I've had
More and more of
to
you are
since
picking back more.
I've had to since the day I was born. So, you know.
And by the
I
way,
mean, it's
Randy,
nice
my
that people,
sister
you know, like
is
I
the
said
one.
on Rita's.
She's a prankster. I know y'all don't think that my sister, but she's the prankster. All my life, prank. Fake snake, fake mice. She does all that. So yeah, if you are here, Dee, you know.
My brother is petrified of snakes, and we used to go around clean up stuff for people. Him and my nephew was there one day with us cleaning up, and there was an old fan belt laying on the ground, and he grabbed the shovel and threw that fan belt at my brother. He thought it was a snake. It about killed him.
Oh my God.
I imagine he just about had a heart attack. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't but a few years later he had 5 bypasses, so we don't scare him no more.
Finally, thank you. Thank you. Was he the youngest?
What was that?
Was he the youngest child?
Yep.
We always get it.
No, but the sun is hitting the windshield. It's hard for me to see the chat right now.
Well, I haven't seen it move since Catherine said something about. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe because it. Yeah, since Catherine said something about a pa-in-law.
Yeah, I asked her if she dated Moses.
Oh, that's funny.
She's the one said she was older than the rest of us.
You know, when these youngsters look at me and say, yes, ma'am, I look at them like, no, I'm not there yet. I know it's a term of respect, but it's like, no, I'm not there yet. And it's like, but you are. And it's like, no. I was in Harris Teeter, which is one of the fancy grocery stores down for my doctor to grab something, and the guy who's doing the self-checkout, he comes over and he goes, ma'am, I have a coupon to help you out, save some money. And I said, well, thank you very much. And he waved it over there, and as I'm heading out, because I was in a hurry, it said senior discount. I was like, it's a good thing I didn't know, because I may turn around and smack
give me
it.
the senior discount. Give me the card. Nobody does that for me.
Well, that's the first time that any of those that people that monitor the self checkout or something, but he's like, I have this coupon. He just didn't tell me that it was giving me and it was nice and I appreciated it, but it was just kind of surprising because I'd never had that happen. But this is a brand new Harris Teeter, and it's the largest in the state of North Carolina. I mean, they built this huge one, I guess, to show off. It's cray. And I don't go in there much because they're okay. Grocery stores have levels. So Food Lion here is like your everyday grocery store that people that want to afford food go to. And then you have Lowe's, and then you have Publix, and some things you can get there on sale and they're good. And then you have Harris Teeter way up here and most of the time their stuff is two times more expensive just because it's Harris Teeter. But it's it's got a full Starbucks, and it's got a bar, and it's got a wine bar, and it's got a cafe. It's got, and it was like, whoa, huge. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a grocery store. I don't know if I want to
Joe,
come in here.
re-chat.
So
I can't see it.
have a couple of drinks.
He said that.
Okay, it's yeah. Catherine says Joe being raised in the deep south. I do too. I mean, it's
everyone.
plus my dad was military, and he retired when I was 5, so that was what you did. But it's funny because I don't often get that. The older ones we do, but no, it's knee jerk, Catherine. And I've had my 4 siblings look at me and say, how were you the only one that was screwed up that still says yes ma'am, no ma'am? And I'm like, I guess that was my daddy's fault. And sorry you didn't get that respect. Sorry you didn't get that respect. Plus I grew up in Southern Maryland, so that was also part of the culture.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of army bases like over there. There's a lot of where they live over there. Yeah, for the military.
And he was raised in Oklahoma, in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. So, now my mama, she was from New York. She was from Albany, upstate New York. At least it was upstate New York.
Yeah.
But two totally opposites in thinking and theology.
Yeah.
She couldn't cook worth a hoot. Let me tell you what. She thought she could, but tuna noodle casserole is not cuisine. Especially once or twice a week.
Tuna noodle casserole with Lay's potato chips? That is too.
Randy disagrees.
Yeah, Randy disagrees. Well, every once in a while I'll still have some because it was something for the child. But that's all. Basically, she would do spaghetti and she would do casseroles. Dad would do roast. He would do soups. He would do, if we rarely had steaks, he would do sausage gravy, biscuits. He did all the good food. And like in the winter when I would come home from school, there was always a pot of stew or soup on the back of the stove, simmering or warm, because he would take whatever was in the refrigerator, veggies or whatever, and he'd throw it together, and I'd look at him and go, don't do that again. Or, yeah, let's do this again. But it was nice because I'd come home and I'd grab a nice bowl of warm soup, warm up after school. So he was like one of those cooks, but he was raised, that Shay by a mammy, and yeah, he knew how in Oklahoma, and who had her own restaurant, and she had no offense of being.
He spoiled you.
But I don't want to offend anybody because I know that term has double meaning these days, but it didn't offend her and it didn't offend my father, so I wish I could have met her. What was that?
I couldn't hear you because you froze up.
Oh, I said, I know that the term mammy is, there's two sides of it, and some people get real offended by it, but she loved being a mammy, and she had no problem with it. And, it had a really good influence on my dad. And the way she ended up doing that was she murdered her husband in self-defense, and she would have been lynched in the early 30s. So she came to my grandfather's door in the middle of the night, covered in blood, pounding on his door and said, "You're going to kill me." But I told him if he hit me again, I was going to kill him. And he took my grandfather, said, "Wait here." He took her down to the sheriff's office, got her checked in, said she isn't going to stay here, got her out on bail, took her to trial, got her off on self-defense, and she says, I can't pay you, but I'll work for you, and I'll work off my debt. And she worked off her debt, and then she went back on the other side of the tracks, because that's how they lived at that point in time, and she opened a restaurant. And my grandparents always took good care of her, and she, my grandmother was a phenomenal cook, but she hated cooking and she was too busy. So she was like a mother to my dad. So
what people are offended today is totally different than what the person was actually living in life was offended in. You can't be offended for someone else, They
right,
did that.
yeah, and it's part of my history. It's part of my
It
family's
sounds like a
culture.
very heartwarming story to me.
Yeah,
She needed help, and they helped. Everybody needed each other, and they helped each other. So
right,
I don't think,
right.
yeah.
And see now, and like I'm saying, at that point in time, even though her husband was beating her and everybody knew, she was a woman, and it was the early 30s.
Yeah.
So and she was on the wrong side of because that's where they lived, on the other side of the track.
Yeah.
Then if she would have gone to the sheriff, or they would have caught up with her, they would have lynched her before she even got to trial, because that's the way justice was. And her only hope was on the kindness of my grandfather at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And he, as much as he had his strange points, he was a very good man. I mean, he was the first tribal white man to do tribal law in the Oklahoma Territory, and then when it became a state, so they trusted him. There's some good history there somewhere.
There ought to be
Randy,
more people telling the stories like that, because there's more of them out there, and not all the bad stuff. Because there was a lot of the older black women would take care of the kids and raise them and cook for them and do things, but you never hear the good stuff.
And that's why I think that a lot of people grew up, because you couldn't really hate anybody if the person that fed you and when you were sick, held you. You wouldn't hate that race, because you would think back to that person that helped you. So I think that was a good thing. I think that's how we all started to commingle together. When we stopped, with I'm over here and you over there. Sometimes we have to get together.
Well, I think there were I think that segregation and some of the thinking was wrong, but I think that people of different races or minorities coped and were resilient, and they did pave a way for better civil rights, but that was through relationship, and it wasn't all horrid. A lot of people took care of each other.
Yeah, when you was out in the country, there wasn't none of that. They just did it all. Whatever they did, whatever. But when you got to the towns, they wanted to do it different.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of misinformation and a lot of that they didn't know too.
Okay, the city's plan. Okay, bye, Linda.
Ignorance.
Bye, Linda.
Hi, Victoria.
Hey, Victoria, you made it.
I'm crazy dog.
I can't see chat, girls. My son's right on the phone where I can't see it.
Linda says, hi, Victoria. Victoria says, hello, Randy, Shay, and Joanna. Hi, Victoria. And Linda says, okay, house chores are done. Going to watch the Kansas City Raider football game. I will not root for Kansas City. Just saying. Sorry, Kansas City. And I'm not sure what Victoria G is going. I did.
I got it.
best friend that lives in Omaha. He's a black guy. We've known each other probably 30 years, but he's like 7 foot tall and he weighs like 550 pounds. And we
Wow.
lived in apartments together. And I used to do some bad stuff when I was driving. And I come in one day and there was a fight going on. And I was trying to break the fight up. And he stood behind me. He's got hands. He can palm a basketball just really easy. Huge guy, really huge guy. I turned around and kicked him as hard as I could in the knee, put him on the ground and hit him. And he wasn't actually doing nothing wrong, but it scared the hell out of me. And he goes, "I want to be your friend." And we've been friends ever since. But he's got one of them voices. He could talk here in Kansas and you can hear him in Oklahoma. Really deep voices. But
Yeah.
my brother was like the manager of the apartment complex. And Trina loved playing bones. We'd sit there on the porch and play bones. And one day we went down to the office and we called Domino's Pizza and had them deliver 2 pizzas to him. And he stands at the door and this little guy comes up to the door and we can hear Trino. He goes, "I didn't order no goddamn pizzas." And it scared the hell out of the little pizza delivery guy. And the guy drove by with the pizzas and we go, "Hey, you got any extra?" Well, yeah, he had extras. And so we bought the pizzas from him and took it back up. He about killed both of us.
I'm, that's funny.
He's in really bad health right now. He had both of his knees replaced,
so
and he's got sores on his legs that aren't healing very good. He calls me at least twice a week, see where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, the healing is part when you're diabetic is really rough.
Yeah, his brother's a preacher in St. Louis, and he's healthy. But Trino, when he was younger, had a full scholarship to go play basketball. But I don't know what the disease is. Mostly black people get it. It's some kind of gland problem.
It's not sickle cell, is it?
I think that is it, Shay.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like sickle cell.
Yeah, he just swelled up. I mean, he used to be tall, and husky. But, man, he put on like 200 or 300 pounds right away.
Mm.
Yeah.
But he'll give his shirt off his back, though. I mean, he just a really kind-hearted guy. He comes out to the farm when he can move around and go deer hunting with us. And I aggravate him. Like I do you guys. I made him a poncho out of orange because he's so big. And and it was a great big old, like a tarp,
It's like a tent coming through.
Yep.
And I bet he would laugh just as hard at it,
Yeah, I've showed him how to do this and come on here, but he just won't come on.
Okay,
Every once in a while he watches.
Janet King wants to say, "Hi, Randy. I'm a Tennessee hillbilly and proud of it. Catherine, me too. Yes, ma'am, and thank you, and please. Respect manners are free. Yes, Janet King, they are. Welcome.
Janet, you're in here now. That I told the story of what happened last night on here earlier, but I'll kind of repeat it. I don't get along with Carrie. Carrie did Rita wrong here a while back. I know a lot of people like Carrie, but Carrie did something wrong to Rita, and I stick up for my friends.
Big time.
So,
big time wrong.
Yes. There's a few people know about it, but not everybody. We try not to say much, but it just irritates me when she started coming back now.
Well, just like nothing happens, she has.
Yep.
At least that I know of. Well, that's between her and yeah. But she hasn't apologized to those of us who were affected.
That's what I was about to say. You have to apologize. If you do something publicly, the apology should be a public apology.
Oh yeah, she knew it took my throat out one day when I was just trying to encourage her, and I ended up getting off because I was just trying to encourage her. And I understand she has the brain issue or whatever, but she knows. She knows exactly.
Yeah, she knows.
she's just been allowed to get away with it,
Yeah.
and it's not right, you know. So I was glad that Rita made some boundaries, you know.
And Janet King just said, "Oh, I had no idea. I thought it was a joke." And then she asked what happened, but you just explained it. And Cheryl Cruz says, "But Carrie did not apologize, and she was wrong."
Yep.
And
Yeah, I
what
try
she
not.
did,
I try not to do things on Rita's channel. Rita
Yeah.
tries to be neutral on everything and
Uh-huh.
be respect. But I'm an asshole, and I've told everybody that. But when somebody does somebody wrong like she did, I don't care who they are. But I try to not do it on their channels. That's
Yeah.
one of the reasons I wanted to go live today, to tell what was going on, because everybody was kind of wanting to know, but I didn't want to say it on Rita's.
Well, and what she did to Rita was even more deeply wrong than how it started with me. So
Yep.
when I was on, but there you go. See that turkey?
That looks good. Oh my goodness.
About another hour and a half.
Mm.
You ever had a turducken?
That is
Turducken, yes. I've had a
too
I'd
turducken.
much.
have
It's
it.
kind of weird.
That sounds nasty to me. I never had one.
Well, I've tasted a lot of different foods. I'm not as adventurous an eater as I was when I was younger, but you know, I don't know that I would eat rattlesnake now and things like that, but I've tried a lot of things. Once I dropped the
And Carol says we all will
I dropped my
answer to
clutch.
God in time. And Victoria G says that looks delicious, Joanna.
Thank you.
Yeah, she went and
so
bought it at
so
Hy-Vee.
I got it sitting on the side here, so now you're just seeing my. What'd you do with my dag dab? I had a bag full of pellets so I could refill the smoker, and she put it in the bin instead of where I left it, because it's getting a little low. I use hickory and oak as a base, and I add a little bit of cherry, pecan, apple, and a touch of mesquite. I think I'm missing
Okay.
someplace. And mix that in there, and it smokes. That's the hardwoods for it smoking, for the smoker.
Yeah, I'm not very good at smoking things, but I got a cousin that is excellent. He uses a lot of cherry and hickory.
Yeah, and a little tiny bit of mesquite will go a long way to give it just a little subtle. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I'm still.
Okay, wait a minute. Kathy S said, I knew you were talking about Randy. I've seen enough of her to feel like she is someone I know and uses her handicap as an excuse for her behavior. I'm sure she did. And then Cheryl Cruz says, I saw that, Joanna. You're quick on the draw, girlfriend. Janet King says, yes, I can go there too, Randy. I try to keep my dignity. I have a sister that stopped speaking to me and my family almost a year. Absolutely hover over no clue why. But I'm done. Second time.
Well, you know, there's a place where you have a bad day, but there's another place where you come back and go, I was having a bad day. But when you drag it out for a week or two, and you take the person who supported you the most and loved you, and given, yeah, no, I'm still not happy about it because I never heard an apology, and it
We
was
all
public.
are responsible for our behavior, all of us. That's
I
it.
don't know what happened to me over here. Oh, there I am.
I never
It was
have bad behavior. I'm always on
All
good
you
behavior.
do is have bad behavior. We're used to yours. But like you said, yours is not malice. It's not unkind. We just, have ribbon each other a little bit. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, there's been a lot more of the ladies joining in on the ribbon too. They seem like they like it.
Let's see. Okay. Hi, Paula.
Well,
Paula said, yeah, right.
I think once people realize that it's clean fun, that it's not something that's malicious, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and some people have never experienced that. I want to see if you
Some
can
people
see
have
this.
never had
I've got
somebody
this
in their
heater.
family joking around and cutting up. Some people have always been, their family's always been serious. They never joke and cut up any. We got a couple that don't know how to take me. And Rita's told them that I'm just joking around, but they don't understand that.
Well, Victoria G says, I do not know one truck driver who isn't full of it.
I'm not full of it, Victoria. I went this morning, so there.
I was gonna say, did you see them licking that beef?
Yes, they're so cute.
They've been waiting. They hear the mixer going and they come in and they sit. Usually it's the three little ones, but I think Moji's playing.
Kathy said,
Because
I don't
Hope's
have an
all
attitude
wound up
problem,
today.
but some lesser species may have a problem with my attitude. Yeah.
I got to come up with something for Marlene. She's wanting to join in somehow, but I haven't thought of something good for her yet.
I'm some people's cup of tea, and I'm some people's shot of tequila, and sometimes I'm both in the same day. You know, and that's just what you get.
Damn, I really wish I had some tequila when you was around.
Oh, be quiet.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll take that as a compliment. My personality is 2%
What did you get,
of the world's population.
Janet said she got her
So
ice
I had to
cream
live
today
with that. I didn't
for
pick
the
it.
social tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Janet, not today. So what kind of
Yes.
ice cream did you get?
Yeah, the ice cream's tomorrow. She's going live tonight, but the ice cream is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's homemade cheesecake. In about 25-30 minutes, it'll be done.
So all you got left to do
See if I
is
can find my pancake
casserole.
batter thing. That'll be easy.
Are you doing
Yeah, see, I've got all these. I've got the crust in the bottom.
Do you got to peel your potatoes?
What was that?
Are you peeling potatoes for mashed potatoes, or you just
my potatoes? The turkey's got about.
Janet, don't be sampling it. You got to save it for tomorrow.
I'm making mashed potatoes and green bean casserole. Oh, no, this is for tonight.
No, Janet said she got her ice cream today.
Because of my body.
No, Janet was saying she got hers.
Yeah, it could be gone. It could be gone if she starts sampling it.
So what you say? You're gonna make mashed potatoes from scratch?
Yes, I always make my mashed potatoes from scratch.
Oh, okay.
Holy cow, you don't get them from a box, child. I mean, you peel some potatoes, you boil them, you put in fresh milk and butter, and you whip them up until they're nice and smooth and creamy. And if you have red potatoes, you get some Irish butter that has extra butter fat and some cream, and you whip it in there with them red potatoes, especially if they're fresh from the farm. And my gosh.
Yeah, Victoria, tomorrow night on Rita's, we're having an ice cream social. Trying to get as many people up on panel eating ice cream.
I know there's a lot of people that work or a lot of people that haven't been taught to cook, but you know, mashed potatoes in my book are easy.
Yeah.
So I'll make my mashed potatoes and then I'll throw together my green bean casserole and it'll go with the smoked turkey, and then this will be dessert, birthday cake.
The potatoes is just the hard part.
Yeah.
You eat all that today, you won't be up tonight. You'll be in bed.
Oh no, I won't, Randy. But I spatchcocked the turkey, taking out the backbone last night, because that takes a lot of dense bone out, so you can end up overcooking it. And then I buttered it up this morning, lifted the skin and buttered it all up. And it's been on the smoker for almost 5 hours. So it'll be done soon. But you know what this is? This is for
Right?
dispensing pancake batter.
Cheryl Cruz
This is for
said,
doing.
Shay, isn't Joanna something else? Love her. Yes, Joanna is something else. She is the
Yes,
best.
yeah, she's something else, but we don't know what it is.
We do know what it is and we love
Yeah,
it.
some kind of alien. Thank you, Shay. Thank you all. Sometimes I think God was just bored the day he decided to create me and said, let's see what happens here.
Victoria wants to know what you're
But
cooking for. Is it a Thanksgiving celebration? It's someone's birthday, right?
birthday. It's my chosen brother's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday. So I'm making him a nice meal. It's kind of a nice little meal. And then the leftover turkey will be like the best deli meat you ever eaten.
It was my brother-in-law. I'd give him a can of soup and tell him to heat it up himself.
No. Don't you be in charge of the party planning. So.
But see how easy it is. This has got 24 cupcakes in it. And pretty much even. Just like that. So there's not a big mess. There you go. It's 24 right there in one tray. Now there's a little left over, so I have to do a second tray because this one, I guess, made a monster mess. But they're pretty even.
Is that like a little container that dispenses the?
Yeah, it's a pancake. It's actually for pancake batter, and it has a hole here so it doesn't drip. And you put the pancake batter or the waffle batter in here, and when you let the handle go, here, watch. When I open this little handle.
Oh, okay.
So I can hold this over the cupcake paper and just do a little like that, and it fills them, and you can get them fairly even, and you don't have all the drips from doing a spoon or a ladle.
Over the place, yeah.
And then
I'm not either, Victoria. Kim's awake.
Kim's awake.
I seen this short. I like pancakes and I like small pancakes. You guys ever think about? I seen a short guy, hack how to do something. Get one of them plastic ketchup or mustard bottles and cut the end off a little bit bigger. Put your batter in the bottle and you can squeeze out the perfect pancakes.
If you leave the tip a little smaller, you can make faces or characters too.
And then you can put the top back on and put in a refrigerator, he said, if you don't use it all.
Pancakes just take a while. I love pancakes. I love pecan pancakes and homemade pancakes.
Oh.
But that, I'd have this in the case.
Kim said she has been up since 8 yesterday morning.
See,
Kim,
those
why are you not sleeping?
Oh, come on. See, Shay? That's the first tray.
Oh, okay.
There's 24 of them, but see how even it is just by using that.
Shay, Kim is too short. She can't get in the bed.
I mean, it's nothing's ever perfect, but
5'3". I'm very tall. Thank you.
They say I'm shrinking. I told them bullshit.
I don't want to be tall. I'm okay.
Well, they told me I would stop growing and I would be 5 foot when I was 13. They said, when you're 13, you will stop growing. So we'll do this knee surgery, kill the growth plates, fuse the growth plates so other leg can catch up. I stopped growing at 5 foot, and then right around my 18th birthday, in just a short while, I grew 5.5 inches.
Wow.
And I pulled stuff apart in my knee. So it worked, and it worked. because I stopped, and the 2.5 inches was just like a couple millimeters off. So I got to
Mhm.
wear regular shoes for the first time in my life. But they didn't count on a growth spurt 5 years later.
Yeah. Oh,
But
Kim said she's worked sorting fabric all day yesterday, then got word that her adopted brother passed away. He's been my big brother since I was 3 months old, and he lives in Arizona. I'm so sorry, Kim Burris. I'm so sorry for your loss.
yeah, that's really hard. But I love these big pans from Wilton, because you can do a lot. Like I can do
Uh-oh.
24 cupcakes in one go in one pan.
Mm.
So, and I can do like 48 minis. I can do, I think it's 24 mini loaves, and it's all one pan. So, and if you get them with the 50% off coupon or a good deal on Amazon.
Are you opening your
It
door,
rocks.
Joe, for the neighbors to come? Man, you got so much food. Gotta be opening the doors.
No, I got enough friends. They'll catch wind that I've been cooking. You know, I got enough friends at different places that I shop, or my docs or whatever, and it'll get spread out. Plus Tony eats like a 15-year-old. He doesn't eat like a 60-some-year-old man. And normally I don't make cheesecake that often, so I just went ahead and made a big bet. Because I had a triple berry pie, and I went last night to eat the last piece after I spatchcocked that turkey, and my brother had snuck in and took that last piece of pie. I was like, you little bugger.
So I
Sneak in
gotta
here,
ask you,
take my pie.
So when I sew, I don't use my rotary cutter that often. I use scissors because I'm doing a shirt. Like when you're doing clothes, it's so much more forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
was just practicing today. So do I? I think I need to get me a new rotary. Like is it Fisker? What is it? Fisker? Is that the best rotary cutter?
Well, I think that's kind of a personal journey, because I have a graveyard of rotary cutters. I started with Fiskars, and a lot of people like them, and they're really good. I did Olfa for quite a while, but I did not use them a lot because I wasn't comfortable. And I tried this and that, and I went to a Martelli because the Martelli was ergonomic, and it gave me the control I needed. And I fell in love with it, and I thought, well, why did I try all of these others? So I think Fiskars is a great place to start. Olfa is a good cutter for basic to start.
I have one already that was okay, but I haven't used it in years. It's rusted. Like I don't really use it. That's not my go-to tool for just sewing a shirt or something together or a pair of shorts. So
Right. Well, you can tip, if it's kind of rusty, you can take that blade out, put a new one in. I'm gonna turn the heat down on this and go in the other room for a minute.
I think I'm gonna have to do practice period, just trying to see what feels comfortable, because rotaries never felt comfortable to me. I just go get a scissor and just do it. So I don't think you can do that with quilting. I don't think.
Well, you can. I mean, I took a break for about 10 years. I gave away everything, stopped quilting, stopped sewing for 10, 11 years. And then in 2020, my sister was like, you need to start again. So I started. I'm on the move because I'm going to go show you my rotary cutter. And I grew up using scissors. We didn't have rotary cutters. I used scissors exclusively most of my adult life up until 2020. And then it was
Joe, did you have the round tip one so you can cut yourself?
Oh my gosh. And when I got my first, I think I got a Fiskars or I got an Olfa, and I was not comfortable with it because it was like, okay, and I fiddled, but I cut all my masks out by hand. I cut
Mhm.
all my bags out by hand using scissors because
Okay.
that's what I was originally taught. But then I kept going back and going, okay, let me try this one, or I got this one cheap at an estate sale, or somebody says this one's good. And then I found the Martelli, and I was about ready to throw it against the wall, but then after about 2 weeks, but then I watched a video on how you use it, and it was like, oh, this thing is like amazing.
Oh, okay.
Um, so that's why I say, and some people say that Martelli sucks for them, and they don't like it at all. But this is a Martelli,
Oh, okay. It's very okay.
so you hold it like this, so you can
Okay.
even cut sitting down, and you
Okay.
have a lot of control.
It
And they
looks like
make
it.
left-handed are blue, right-handed are red, and you
Okay.
have a lot of control. And it doesn't hurt my wrist as bad, and it doesn't affect the two arthritises
It's
in
like
my
it
hand.
seems something about it just seems unnatural to me that I never that was never a tool I grabbed because it just seems
Right.
unnatural.
But see, that's the thing is we weren't raised. There's a lot of quilters and sewers are like scissors. What do I do with scissors?
Yeah.
Except for trim. But somewhere buried under here because I was trying to clean my batting thing up, and I made it worse instead of better. But I have a whole bucket of rotary cutters that I tried before I tried and I've
Okay.
got more in the drawer. But see,
So it's not just me. I was wondering like what's wrong with me? Am
no,
I doing
no,
it the wrong way or
no.
it just doesn't even feel good in my hand. It just okay.
Now, I will say that these Omni grids have a good feel to them. They have kind of a rubber grip,
Okay.
but and I have here's the splash,
Okay.
and then so I use this little itty bitty one sometimes. I still switch back and forth
Okay.
between but I use my Martelli for most cuts
That looks really
now.
good. I'm gonna have to look into that.
And I try
Kim, you can come up. I don't know if you can get a word in over Joe.
No.
She asked me a question, Randy. I gotta answer it. I tried this one that's called True Cut.
Shay, stop asking her questions.
That someone gave me, and it has a track that goes in you get rulers that it rides in a track. I hated it.
Oh.
It's expensive. It's more expensive than Martelli. So you just have to find one you're comfortable with. That's it.
Okay.
And using scissors does not make you weird if you never get comfortable with a rotary cutter. But I'll tell you, it's a lot faster when you're doing like piecing and things to use
You
a
got to
rotary
do
cutter.
100 squares. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll be cutting all night, and I was thinking like this is going to take all day.
Oh yeah. And like I said, when I first started, I pulled out the good scissors, and I did all, and I didn't sell my masks. I did them for people who needed them. I did them for family, my pharmacist, things like that. But I did them all by hand. I cut them all out by hand, cut the squares, because
And
that's
you
what I
probably
was
waste a
used
lot
to.
of fabric that way too.
Probably more, yeah. But it was what I was.
It's used to, yeah.
Yeah, it was what I was used to.
Let me see what they said. Okay, I gotta read it again for you, Randy. Randy, we are welcoming you to what is it? Randy's where is it at? Oh, it's all the way up there? Okay. Where Randy's sewing channel, trucking channel? Because we're gonna take it over and make it a quilting channel too. Oh, welcome to Randy's Quilted Truck channel. Okay? So
I'll rename it.
truck driving / quilting.
Kim, I'm sorry that you're struggling, but you know what? Sometimes when we're not good company, that's when we need to be around people the most. People that we can trust, people that love us, people that will understand, people that won't get irritated because you're venting or whatever. But sometimes when you're not good company, that's when you need to be in good company. And I'm just going to put that out there because sometimes that's what's going to see you through and you won't be in that dark place as long. And yeah, sometimes you do need to sit back and have your introverted time. But that's all. That's my public service message for today. Now I've got you in my ear, but I'm gonna step out on the porch for a couple minutes.
Okay.
I gotta stretch my back. What are you doing, fart dog?
Well, feel better, Kim, but you get some rest when you get sleepy. Just go
Hey,
ahead
there's
and get some
a
rest.
new one in here. Shay, is that for one of your friends? Slick 50?
No, I don't have any plans with y'all.
I get that, Kim, and I'm not saying today, and I'm not pushing you. Like I said, there's some days where we just need to take a chill by ourselves, but there's some times where it's okay to not be good company when you're in good company because they'll help take care of you, and sometimes they'll help shift you out of it. I
Just
wasn't
being
pushing for
around might
today.
help too. Just
Yeah,
being here with us and
right.
hearing us
Being
laugh
in
and stuff.
chat,
Yeah.
being in chat is great. But I'm just, I was saying overall, I'm not saying today, and I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I'm saying there's times where I know I'm not good company, and so I want to stay away, but I know the best thing is to be around people that I know are good company for me.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Randy, we still in Kansas?
Yep.
Okay.
See, is mile marker coming up. 113 more miles.
113 more miles. Oh, that's good. Kim Burr says, tomorrow I'm going with friends to a movie night at their church. I'm baking cinnamon rolls to take for snacks. That's nice.
Oh,
That ought
see,
to be a
that's
good time.
awesome. Yep. So today's a good day to just bunk down and do what you're doing.
What highway are you on, Randy? Kim wants to know.
I-35, the turnpike,
Okay.
going down to Oklahoma.
Randy, in 96, I was on the Oklahoma Turnpike. And you know how you have long stretches where I think it was a toll road. I don't know if it was a turnpike, but anyway, when you get on the toll road in parts of Oklahoma, you can't get off for miles. So you
Yep.
can't easily turn around. And all of a sudden, there was a basket of clothes. And then on the other side, a few feet up, was a bag of clothes. And about a quarter mile up, there was this truck with all this stuff on the back. And the woman was chewing the arse off of this man for dropping her stuff all the way down the road. And it was like 5 miles to the next exit, turn around to come back, to get back
Oh, no.
on, to drive up, to pick up all her stuff that was scattered all the way down the toll road. And Deb and I laughed so hard because she was taking him to town for not tying her stuff down better.
As she should. Yes, Victoria?
But when I think about Oklahoma and the toll road or the turnpike, I think of that.
Thanks, Slick 50.
Good traveling.
Slick 50, there's a show in Oklahoma. They work on Model A cars, and he goes by Slick 50.
Okay, wait a minute. Victoria wants to know, have you spoken to Sarah and her husband?
Yes. The last week, I talked to her, and they're living in a tent on their back porch, using a cook stove and everything. They got They don't have the power on their house yet. They're waiting on an electrician to come in and change all the outlets. They've got the sheetrock up about 3 foot on the walls, and they're waiting for the electrician, and they're going to put their house back together.
Oh,
What?
good.
And they lost both of their cars.
Mm.
There's a lady, Shay. You haven't seen her here. It's all around Sarah. She comes on my channel. She's a Filipino lady, and she sings very good. And but she cooks really good too. And I've met them. I don't do it much anymore, but Shay, if you look back to some of my old videos, I used to stop and meet people and put their stickers on my truck, on my old truck.
Wow.
I got on my old truck, you look in the videos, I got one side of my truck plastered with stickers from different channels.
Oh, that's cool.
And Slick 50 says, you're welcome. Oh, really? That's pretty dope. And Victoria says she can sing.
Yes, she
She's so
can.
positive. Victoria also says she's so positive.
Yep. Yeah, she's working, and they are thinking about those selling their house there on the bay. They live north of Tampa, and they're thinking about selling their house when they get it back together and moving inland a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Slick 50 says he's in Jacksonville, Florida, and he said he just relocated there from Flint, Michigan. I want to go to
Oh,
Florida.
okay.
I've never been to Florida, but I want to go.
I have I'm more in the 70s than I have been recently. We went to Busch Gardens and Disney World and SeaWorld. We would spend every other summer. We would spend every other summer for about 5 years in Florida, and then the opposite summers we'd spend in Oklahoma at Grandmama's. And then we just
down there.
Then they let you out of your cage and let you leave?
Yeah, they did. They could dress
Dang.
me up, but not take me out, Randy. They didn't.
Dang it.
We would pile into that old station wagon with really no air conditioning in end of June, early July, and travel from Maryland to
I got it
Oklahoma,
pictured in my
Thanksgiving.
mind, but I can't think of the name. What was the name of that family got in a station wagon and went to the fair?
Was that the Partridge Family?
No, this is newer. It's was it Dan Aykroyd? I think.
Are you talking about with the family, the woman or whatever?
Well, yeah, that's it. I can picture that when she's telling the story.
Well, I didn't take my first plane ride till I was 17, and all of a sudden, Daddy said we're going to Mom's for Thanksgiving, and we flew to Oklahoma, and that was my first plane ride when I was 17.
Oh, look at you! Oh wait, your page has all the good people. 650 says, "Come on, Shay, more than welcome. I'm certified chef, so you're definitely gonna eat good. I have 3 bedrooms, just me here myself. All right, I love to eat."
Does Slick 50 have a channel? Does Slick 50 have a channel?
Yes, that movie. What was that? The Griswolds.
Griswolds. That's it. Yeah. Griswolds. Yeah.
What was the name of it? I don't remember. But I know exactly. Those were some good movies too. That was pure fun. Oh, Slick 50, do you have a channel?
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
If you got some cooking channels, cooking food stuff, we're gonna watch.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that movie? I don't remember. Wait. Because I keep thinking Ernest Go to Camp, but I know it's not that. What is it? They were trying to go to
National Lampoon's Vacation. Is that it?
That's it. That's it. Yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. National Lampoon. That, that came in my mind as soon as she's talking about it.
Well, that's how you traveled a lot, especially if you had a
Wally
family.
World. Yes, Paula,
Well,
it was Wally World. Oh,
so
awesome, Slick. What are you going to be talking about on your channel? Food? Oh, okay.
oh man, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision right now.
It's probably smelling delicious. You got cake and cupcakes going, and you got turkey going.
Mhm. Ooh. Oh man, cheesecake. This cheesecake smells amazing. About 3 minutes and this will be ready.
Paula.
I used to get cherries from this European, the home old European store in
Mm-hmm.
Cali, and I take them and make my own cherry sauce for the cheesecake. There were these sour cherries, and I cook them down and make my own. Like, oh man, they were like sour sweet cherries, but they came from somewhere in Europe. Oh man, they were good,
Really?
but
And
that was
Slick
a
Ricky
lifetime
wants
ago.
everybody to know he's not trolling. He's an actual, genuine person just starting his page and everything. He wants us to know it's going to be about food making. So, yeah, we like food.
We do like food.
We like food, Slick 50, so you in the right place. Truck driving, cooking, and eating. That's what we do.
All right, Chase, are you ready?
Let's see.
Oh, come on now, don't buffer. I got to take this out of the case so I can turn around. Come on, quit buffering. Put you on my leg.
Okay.
All right, Kim.
You see them?
I see them. They look delicious.
That's just the first batch. There's
Good
still a
night,
few
Kim.
more.
Get a little bit of rest if you can.
Yeah.
You are in our prayers.
Wonder if I can just do 12 more and be done. But that's 24.
What are you putting on? Some what? Sauce on there? Some chocolate sauce on the chocolate one? Yay!
I like them plain, but if you want sauce, then there's always sauce in the house.
Sauce. I want all the extras. I want all the extras.
You should try my homemade caramel sauce. I make my own turtles.
Really?
Yeah, I make my own caramel, make my own turtles, and then I leave some of the
extra. Shay's got a turtle.
Yes,
you can't have it.
I absolutely do. Nobody can eat her. My father says, "Oh, she looks good enough for turtle soup" every time he sees her. So no.
I'm gonna rename her though to Slow Motion.
I know people think that turtles are slow. They are not as slow as we think. Really
yeah, I know.
And I was assuming that they would be extra slow. She's not. She had me running down the street at her a few times.
A friend of mine in California's got one they've had for about 25 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it, but turtles hibernate in the winter. They
I have a red ear slider. That's what I have.
I don't know what it's a great big thing that they got. It crawls around. It actually uses a doggy door to go out the house.
Camera one day, since I'm being on camera now. I've never been on camera before, so now I'm a new celebrity and everything with you guys. So maybe I'll put it on there and show her off too one day.
I know you want to stick your head in that bowl, but then I'd have to wash your face. Do you care? Yeah, my dementia dog's pacing around because she's hoping I'll give her the bowl to lick. And then she gets it on her ears and her mouth and her muzzle. And she goes, but you can just get a washcloth and wash it off, Mom.
She still wants that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I'll show
So you
you.
on the next batch now?
I'll show you in just a uh-oh. The
So what
others
was that?
came in and heard her. The
That
others
was
heard her
chocolate
liquor.
and that was regular, or you just did one chocolate and now you're doing the regular?
Oh no, I did half of those. Half of those were chocolate and half of those were regular. Okay, let me see if I can get this. I gotta do this. Figure out how to do. But you see her going at it.
Yeah.
Let it or unlet it.
And of course now everybody's in here going, wait a minute, this isn't fair. Because she can't slurp quietly.
Oh, everybody heard.
What time are you eating, Joe?
About 6:30.
Oh, damn. We still got another hour and a half.
Well, I may pop off here and take a break in a little bit. Give your ears a rest.
Quiet in here. He needed us here.
I do. It makes my day go faster when I'm driving, Shay.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. No, Shay, I did 12 of those with the mud bottom, and I did 12 with the regular, and then I had this much left. So I'll just do.
That's enough for a whole nother. Yeah, that's a whole nother set.
For probably 12. It's enough for probably 12. But I don't know if I have any more tin
Hey,
foil.
backtrack.
Hi,
So
backtrack.
I may have to just use regular cupcake things, which is fine. They just look when you're giving them to somebody because of the butter.
Oh, it doesn't change the way it cooks or anything. Okay.
No. The butter you put butter in the graham cracker and you put butter in the Oreo. So when it cooks, this gets the butter kind of seeps through. So I do this because one, it keeps my pan clean, and two, it just makes it look nicer.
Okay.
But I'll just use some of these that have.
Have you tried the new silicone pans? Little things if you haven't. I'm a little nervous about it. Everybody swear by it, but I keep putting that in the oven. I don't think is.
You know, I guess some things with the silicone pan, but a lot of times they're kind of flimsy, and I've not really used them. I used to do cake decorating, so most of my pans were Wilton. And so silicone's another one of those new things. I do have a few, but I've just never adapted to them.
Okay.
And then I saw these new Wilton pans that'll do a giant mess of things.
Me too, Victoria. She said she's a little leery of using silicone with heat. Me too. It sounds good, but I mean, I know technology is, surpassed what I know, but I'm a little weary. What are you about? Okay, Slick 50, you said you're a chef. What about silicone? And do you do a lot of desserts too?
So Shay, see this pan? Wow. These are mini loaves. Okay. So I make a batch of banana nut bread, and I can fill each of these, and then I can take three or four of these and put them in a Ziploc, and I can pull them out in the morning from the freezer, pop them in the microwave for 15 seconds or so, and have hot banana nut bread. And they're perfect for individual, perfect gift giving, and then you don't have a big loaf flying around to cut up. You get these little loaves. But this does 12, 18 loaves at one time.
Wow.
So it makes it easier. And I waited and got these half price.
Where, Amazon?
Actually, I got them at Joann's because they were on sale, and I had a 50% off coupon. So instead of paying $27 for them, I paid $9 per pan.
Oh, wow.
So I got the mini, I got the muffin, and I got the loaf.
Oh, okay.
And I did get a baby bunt pan that does 18 baby bunts, but I prefer my Nordic ware for that. So
okay.
You don't want to see my Nordic ware collection. Randy would go to sleep. I love
I
my
already
Nordic.
am.
I
I
love my
got I
Nordic.
got it on cruise control now.
Hmm Um, Nordic wear basically started making their bunt pans and their decorative pans because women from, I believe it was European countries, could not find them in America. And
Mm.
so, and they were making the cakes to raise money for specific types of nursing. And so therefore Nordic wear basically kind of commissioned to start making the bump pans in the United States out of heavy duty cast aluminum or cast iron. And the
Mhm.
pros, so basically they really helped get a bunch of medical advancements to occur in the United States because it was for the women used it for philanthropic purposes.
Oh,
And they
okay.
have some of the most beautiful, and I mean, they're pans you'll pass down to your children and your children's children.
Mm.
If you take care of them. They're like cast iron that you can pass down forever.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Well, 650, I don't have a channel. I mean, I just have YouTube. I'm on here watching. So I'm just a fan. So I'm just up here shooting the shit. I, you know, I don't have a channel. I don't have anything to teach anybody or any of that. I'm still learning a whole lot of stuff. I've been sewing for years and I'm still learning. I use my seam ripper on a regular basis. So yeah, I'm just here.
you have dates with Jack on a regular basis. Jack the
Uh,
Ripper.
yes, I have to. You have to. It's my best friend. Sometimes I put it together and I say, because I don't even use patterns anymore. So sometimes it doesn't go the way I think it's gonna go.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. If you get those face planers with the safety on it for getting the little peach fuzz off your face.
Yeah.
If you get those and you use them, you can take I took a 37-inch seam out in what was it? I timed it 21 seconds. I took a
What?
37-inch seam out in 21 seconds using one of those and did not cut the fabric.
Wow.
So some of the larger seams, I will
Yeah.
use one of those because you can make a little pocket and then just go right down and it'll cut the seams right open. Don't have to worry about electricity. You get 3 of them for $5 on Amazon.
Okay.
Some people use dog clippers or other things. I'll just use some of that, and
That
it
sounds
just
good. That
and I
sounds
get
good.
the I get the ones by Feather that come out of Japan, and they fold in half, so they have their own case. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
need to take them, I don't use them all the time, but they're like Jack on steroids when you have a long seam
You
and you
know,
need to get something
sometimes
done.
sometimes you just gotta start over.
You
So
do.
I have so many unfinished, halfway, almost there, and then I come back later and I do it over completely and start it all the way over, and then I finish it. So it's so chaotic sometimes. My process is totally chaotic.
Well, let me tell you, I don't care how long you've been sewing. You're gonna, Jack's always gonna be there because there's gonna be times where things don't go together correctly. They're crooked. You're tired.
Yes.
Whatever number things, you have attention problems. So anybody says I don't ever pull out Jack when I'm sewing, I will call them on that
And I
because
think that quilting is so strict. I'm gonna have to really like tighten up because sewing shirts and pants and you can cover up a little imperfection, but a quilt you really can't mess up at all.
that's not exactly true, but it does have tighter restrictions. But okay, so like I'm making these 4-patch for the angel dresses, right?
Mhm.
Well, I had one that was an 1/8 of an inch off. Well, instead of recutting it, I just put my seam together where that 1/8 of an inch was off of the side.
Mm.
So see, instead of it should have had a 1/4 inch to match up with the edge of the seam I was
Bye,
putting it
Cheryl.
against, and I just pushed it in a little bit and left that space open because
Carol said she's leaving now. She loves us. And be safe, Randy. And she loves
take
you.
care,
She
Cheryl.
even loves you too, Randy. She even said that. You can find Cheryl. We love you.
Randy, you should put that up on your calendar. So there are little tricks you can pick up so that you don't always have to like totally redo something like that. And I couldn't put the seams together like this, so I just put them a little bit like this, and it's hidden in the back, and put a little bit of a shorter stitch in it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know, and I didn't have to recut the strip.
Okay, so it's a way to figure out if you mess a little, you know. Okay.
Little messes. They're little nudges that that you can pick up over time. Now a lot of people will go, oh hell no, I've got to recut it and somebody's gonna see it, or that point's not exactly, well, poo-ha, you're learning. You know, it's better to get it done and learn the lessons from it, make another one and make it better.
And Linda wants us to get an update on the score. Kansas City is 7 and the Raiders have 10. So far, so good. I think she's rooting for the Raiders.
Yep. She said earlier she's watching the Chiefs game, but she's not rooting for them. The referees will help Kansas City out, though, Linda.
Uh-oh. They do that for them, too? I thought it was only the Cowboys they did that for.
No, if you watch the shorts, there's a lot of, I don't watch football anymore because some of the stuff they did years ago, but
I understand.
There's a lot of plays here this year that are going on the Chiefs side, and people are getting tired of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff with football that has changed. Even when now they do ties, you can go into tie. They took overtime away, I guess, for a certain amount of time. Now they just tie a game. So many rules have changed.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched it a lot since about 3-4 years ago, maybe 5. You know, so a lot of things happened that made me just, you know. But yeah.
You are a mess, child. You are just an absolute mess. Well, you helped your brother clean. Look at this. Look at it. Will get washed with hot water. It'll get washed with hot water and soap before I reuse it real well. But that's how clean they get it.
They got it good.
Mm-hmm. But then the little brown one that you see a lot, Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting here begging and dancing, going, "Mom, I'm here. Drop something."
You didn't get any?
Fine. Oh yeah, he got some. Final pan.
Okay.
So that's 24, 30. That's 36. Okay. 36 cheesecakes. Mini cheesecakes. And they sink a little in the middle, but that's all right because they will taste good.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives a little pocket. Now, I will tell you, cheesecake tastes different when it's warm than when it's cold. When you take it out of the oven, it has a different flavor.
He said he doesn't do desserts. How are you going to get me with no
dessert? Take a bite. Now, this one I think is chocolate. Yep. So, this one, see, has a chocolate bottom.
Okay.
I just happened to grab one with the chocolate bottom, so I'd either just eat the top or give it to my sister.
You don't want to get a headache.
No. I'm already a headache. I beat you to it, Randy. I resemble that remark.
I'm just on here just being funny with my friends. I don't have a channel.
I sort of have a channel.
You do have a channel, and you're putting up good stuff already.
Thank you. I just kind of went about it back asswards like I normally do, you know, because I I didn't have it all prepped out. I thought about it for about 2.5 years, and then God pushed me in the deep end of the pool. So I'm working on it.
Shay doesn't have a channel, guys. She's just more of a supporter right now.
That's all I am. I'm a friend of the family.
One day she will. She'll be like me. Somebody will come along and go, here you go. You're going to do this.
650. So what? Jeffrey Williams 3229. That's your channel for your. Okay, I'll put that in. I don't have a channel, but I can't. I don't know how to do it right now because I'm on my phone. So I don't know how to move away from here without getting off the live. So I'll catch up on anybody's channel that want me to subscribe. Just put it inside the chat, and I will copy it down, and I will subscribe.
Linda, you can make a small batch of mashed potatoes. You don't have to make a great big pan.
Yeah. You can do 1, 2 potatoes.
Potatoes are pretty
10
good
potatoes.
too.
Mm-hmm.
With a little sour cream and salt and pepper, some butter. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, that's the thing. If you make your own homemade mashed taters, you can do 1 tater. You can do 5 taters.
That's true.
You know, and if you have leftover taters, you can make potato pancakes.
Oh, I love them.
I've never heard
Oh
that.
my gosh. Mm-hmm.
Is
You
it
take
like
the
a hash
leftover.
brown? What is it, like a hash brown?
You take the leftover mashed potato and you form it into like a pancake patty, and you put it in a little bit of flour, and then you slap
Hey,
it in a pan with butter and fry it till it's golden brown on both sides. So then
I
you have
mix
the
a
golden
couple
brown.
eggs in mine.
Yeah, sometimes you add a couple eggs, but then you fry it in some butter so you have that golden crispy outside and then the fluffy potato on the inside. Best thing to do with leftover homemade mashed taters.
Then if you like corn, add a little bit of corn to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get
Yeah,
a
you can
little
add corn.
treat.
Or
Yeah.
you can add scallions to it or onions. I mean, you can dress it up, but yeah, that's how we always use leftover
pancakes. Okay.
leftover potato growing up. And
I
so
see
I
that
just
Slick 50. I'll get it there, and it's hard for me to share people out while I'm driving, but
Yes, Mississippi. I'm in charge of trying to read the chat, and I'm not good at it. So he's going to his regular page right now. So he's going to Jeffrey Williams 3229.
I normally read the chat pretty good. Not dissing you, Shay, but I'm cooking right now.
Oh no, I know. You got a lot more on your plate to do. That turkey looks like it will be so juicy. I really want some.
Let me tell you what, it's good.
Okay, so here's some neck bone soup today.
So this one has the graham cracker, and it's all nice and golden.
You see that? Everybody get a good look.
Oh my gosh.
I like my cheesecake cold.
Not bad for a white woman.
A one-legged white woman.
A one-legged white woman. Deb's brother, he passed, God rest his soul, in 2019. He was a very good cook, and he doubted that a woman could cook as good as he could. And the first time he ate something I cooked, he goes, "Not bad for a white woman." And I was told that was a high compliment from him, and so I think of that every once in a while because it was just funny. I've met some interesting people in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good shit.
I gotta get.
What did I do? 16 minutes on those.
Maybe I'll take off some stuff and make me some neck bone soup for tomorrow.
What are you gonna make? What kind of soup?
Neck bones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, neck bones.
Welcome back, 650.
Well, there's just 2 things left to do: peel some taters and get them in water. so I can get them mashed, and then green bean casserole.
So
And
what
that's
is
not
green
hard at
bean
all.
casserole? Is that the like fried onions on top thing I seen
Yeah,
people do?
yeah.
Okay.
It's French cut green beans, salt, pepper, a little bit of milk, cream of mushroom soup. Some people add bacon and things like that, but what I grew up traditionally was just cream of mushroom soup, French cut green beans, and then a little bit of milk, some salt and pepper. Then you put some of the Durkee's French fried onions in it, and then the last 5 minutes you put some on top for crunchy.
Okay.
And I like it. You know, some
I've
people are
never
like,
had a green bean casserole, but I might have to try one.
it's if you look for the Durkee's French fried onions in the grocery store, they come in a little plastic
Can.
container. It has a recipe on the back of it, or you
Oh,
just look it up
okay.
on the internet.
Well, I could just
Come on,
look on your channel. You probably have one or something soon coming. So
I, come on. The wind's blowing this way, and so the
I see the
smoker's getting
turkey
them.
smoke. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's almost done. I'm gonna have to get a fork and see how she's doing. But she was a large
Mm,
bird.
okay.
She was
What?
a 20. Before I spatchcocked her and took her back out, she was 23 pounds. So
Wow.
she'll give
Okay.
a lot of breast meat,
Oh, okay.
and she just fit in my little smoker that I found on clearance.
My
Yeah, I
bed
want
is
to.
okay. Linda wants us to know that her bed is a queen size bed, 32 inches high, and she's 4 feet tall, 4 foot 10 and a half. Okay, and I have to keep a little step stool next to the bed to help me get out. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Heck, Linda, you can lay both directions and your feet won't hang off.
Stool doesn't hurt. We all need to step up every now and then. Randy, how tall are you? Are you tall?
Do what?
Are you tall, Randy?
5'10".
Okay, yeah, I know you sound like a tall person. Tall people always say all kind of crap.
There you go, Susan.
Oh, look at that. Everybody see that?
About a half hour. Take that off. Let it
Almost
rest for
there.
about a half hour. Let it rest for about 20 minutes. Slice it up. And that'd be done.
All right, what is everybody else cooking? We know what Joe is cooking. What is everybody else cooking today? I should have been cooking, but I'm over here chit chatting, so I didn't cook anything today.
You chit chatting, thinking about food.
So I'm gonna have to just scramble something up real quick. But I like breakfast food sometimes for dinner, so I might even have like sausage and eggs or something.
Oh, sausage and eggs are good. What are you doing, Hope? Get out of there, Hope. Now look what you done.
Oh,
I'm headed to a sausage
asshole.
plant.
are you gonna
You
sausage
asshole.
plant?
Yeah, it's called Blue and Gold. They do a lot of charity in the Midwest for like future, for high schools and stuff. They sell a lot of stuff through that. They don't really do it in the grocery stores much, but they do a lot for the schools.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say I don't know if I ever heard of them.
No, they're in Oklahoma. They're in Oklahoma and Arkansas, and they're really right here in the Midwest, mainly South.
See what they're barking at? The chickens are there, and that's a stray kitten. I'll call her Tiger Lily, and she's sitting here tormenting them. And there's 4 or 5 chickens getting their last scratch before dinner, where they're not supposed to be in the backyard. And I can't get too close because she'll try and come up here, and then the dogs will chase her, and I don't want that to happen. But she's sitting up on a sawhorse.
Randy, Victoria wants to know: are you picking up or dropping off?
Dropping off, Victoria.
All right, move your butt. Move your butt.
9 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know why we got to do this so difficult. I know that I can monkey around, but geez, Deb, getting too old for this shit. And she just blocks the path sometimes and stuff, and she's got less sure footing than I do. There you go. Be good. Yeah, I know, but don't come up here because those dogs will chase you. If they get a hold of you, it ain't going to be pretty.
Uh-uh.
I always thought cats were smart. Cats are some of the stupidest creatures I have ever known. I
I
swear.
mean, all of my cats have had different personalities, I tell you.
There's probably a
All my
female.
animals, period.
Well, I'm just saying, we have these stray cats. Some of them are semi-feral because they've gotten to know us and that kind of thing. But they know that the dogs don't care for cats and that they're hounds. So they have the hunting instinct, although they've never been trained. And yet they'll try and come up on the porch. And some of them haven't been so lucky. And that's hard for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you know that you're coming up to an area where you're in danger, that's stupid.
And I have to admit, because the stray cats will come to my house, and my two dogs are hound dogs, and yeah, so they will chase them. And I mean, I had one of my cats that I rescued used to come to my gate and just stare at my dog, and I said, he's not afraid of them, and he was a little kitten, and now he's in my house. So
they're barking at there's 4 or 5 chickens in the backyard. There's 4 or 5 chickens in the backyard, and there's 2 cats sitting on the sawhorse.
Hold on, Joe. We got somebody in the basement. Jeffrey, are you the Slick 50?
Yeah, that's Slick 50.
All right, I'm going to bring him up. I don't usually do that in the first time, but I'm going to take a chance.
All right. Be good, Slick 50.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Oh.
I see you over there cooking that good food.
Thank you. How are you this evening, Jeffrey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I had a very good teacher, my daddy.
Right. How you doing, Randy?
I'm doing really good. I got a bunch of good company other than Joe, but I can't have everything.
Yeah.
Randy picks on us all the time, but it's okay because we pick on him back.
Oh,
Shay, hear Slick 50's voice? That's my buddy Trino's voice. It sounds just like my buddy Trino. That deep voice.
Kind of voice. That deep voice.
He's going to Kansas back down in Oklahoma.
Jeffrey, you're like Barry White over there.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? It's all right. That's just how it happened. It just so happened to be that way.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's good.
My best friend is like 7 foot, 500 pounds, and you guys sound just alike.
Right.
Yeah, you can hear him clear across the neighborhood when we're playing Bones.
Yeah.
But see.
Yeah.
How he has this camera so you can watch where he's traveling. And then sometimes he has some of us come up and keep him company.
What did you cook it today?
Nothing really. I was just gonna probably just cook some chicken and steak fajitas. Nothing too fancy.
Oh.
He's probably got 115 miles to the Oklahoma border.
115 miles.
100. Well, he's 100 at 131. Not too long ago, so. And maybe closer. Deb was just asking where you were, Randy.
So Jeffrey, which page are you going to be doing the food stuff on? The Slick 50 or the Jeffrey one?
Yeah, this one right here, the Jeffrey one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one didn't pull up. That one didn't pull up, so I can share it.
Oh.
Can you type in chat somewhere on this one, and then I can share it out where everybody can come over there.
Let me try to
make a comment, anything, and then I might be able to pull it up that way.
You need to go eat dog food, not people food. They've been in here eating with me, but they need to. You need to go eat your. Okay.
I
Come
think
here.
I have it already wrote down now, but I
See if
think
that,
it's way
see if
better.
that'll work. Cause this channel will probably be better for me. That's just an extra phone that I got on the other one. I thought they were both signed in to the same thing, but I guess not.
Okay.
For
There
some
he
reason,
is.
I got two phones in my truck. One is what we're watching on, but my
Yeah.
other phone is like it doesn't even have you on the screen.
Oh wow.
I can see you on the screen on the one on the dash,
Yeah,
but I
I
don't
see.
see you down here.
I see it still at the bottom right here.
I
Yeah.
see you next to Joanna, and
Let
I'm
me
up on the top.
let me refresh it maybe to bring it up.
What was that, Shay?
I said I see me and Randy on the top, and Jeffrey and you on the bottom. That's what I
Yep.
see.
And
Yeah,
I see myself at the bottom again too though, on my
yeah.
end.
It's on one phone it is that way, but
Go eat.
my spare phone doesn't have
Go
him
eat
on
your
it.
Sudoku.
Maybe I go out and come back in.
Yeah,
Maybe his phone is just raggedy. Don't listen to him.
that
Oh
there it popped up.
no.
So these are what you get: French's
Yeah,
or
to go on
turkey,
top of the green
crispy
bean
fried
casserole.
onions, and that's what goes on. And on the back is the
Oh, okay.
recipe. And
Okay.
basically, it's cream of mushroom soup, milk, little
So
black pepper.
they talk about me because I eat green bean casserole and I'm black, right?
Hmm. I didn't think it mattered what color it was if you like food.
Well, no,
Yeah. Well, a lot of
it's a black thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's talking.
But oh well.
I'm gonna try it. I don't care. I don't let nobody box me in anything. So I'm gonna
Well,
try it.
So I'm gonna try to come out and go out and come back in and see if
so
everything
see,
is okay.
Okay,
that's the
Stephanie.
onions.
All right.
Oops, that's the onions right there. See how they fry them up with a crispy
Oh, it
coating?
looks like a little potato chip. Yeah.
Yeah, crunchy they are. And they are
Oh, okay.
so good. So you put some of these in the green bean casserole, and then you save some for the top. And I
So you
usually
said
put more
you do cream of. You said cream of spinach or cream of chicken?
cream of mushroom.
Yeah, Victoria. I ain't seeing the message either. I'm looking on both phones.
It's one can. It's 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. 3/4 cup of milk. A dash of black pepper. Now I prefer these French style. Now it takes let's see, 4 cups of cooked green beans. That's either one of these big cans or 2 small cans. And I prefer the French style because of the
I like French fries too.
yeah. When you do something like this, you get more of the sauce and stuff on the beans than with the whole ones. And but we grew up doing the French cut. And then 1 1/3 cups of the crispy onions.
Victoria, the Jesse one.
Jeffrey Williams 3229, I think it was.
And then you split that in half. So that 1 1/3 cup of the fried onions, you put 2/3 of it in and just mix all that together. And then you save the other 2/3 for the last 5 minutes of cooking.
Oh, okay. How long does it have to be in the oven?
30 minutes, and then you stir, and then you put the rest of the 2/3 of a cup of the fried onions on, and you bake for 5 minutes till it just kind of gets these hot and golden brown.
Okay.
It's simple. So basically, I get out a 9x13 Pyrex pan.
There it is.
I dump everything
Victoria
in
got
there,
it on there.
mix it up, throw it in the oven, and then pull it out. After about 30 minutes, I pull it out, put the French fried onions on, and usually, honestly, I use more than 2/3 of a cup because I like the onions on top.
You like the little crunchy? Okay.
It gives it good flavor, and you put it in for 5 more minutes.
Paula,
Now,
you
some
gotta have
people-
caller ID so you don't have to listen to him.
Junior called Paula back, so she had to get off the phone.
So some You know, it's up to you. Some people mix everything in a separate bowl and spread it out in the pan. I
Mhm.
just dump it all in the Pyrex.
Joe, hold on a
It's
minute.
layering. It's not like layering like a lasagna or anything. It's just any old kind of way.
Mhm.
Joe, hold on a minute. Victoria, click on his channel when you see that, you know, the Jesse one that you shared there, or Jeffrey. Take in click on the channel. Go in the top right corner. There's 3 little dots. Click on it, and you can say share, and then come back into my channel, and you put it in there, and you copy it, and it pastes it on there.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that either, Victoria. She's here. Oh, okay.
There, she got it.
There you
Hey,
go.
we can treat.
Yay. Yay. So now normally I'll dump the soup in and the milk and mix it up a little bit. Then I drain and dump these in, the beans in.
Mhm.
Put a little pepper in there, dump these in, mix it in, throw it in the oven. That's it. It's simple.
Okay.
So the
It only
first
takes
thing I
about a half an hour, you said.
yep,
Okay.
because you want to cook it 25-30 minutes, and then you go ahead after that and throw the rest of the onions on
You
top.
cover it with foil?
Nope,
Okay.
nope. You guys are almost done. About maybe a minute. Almost done. You guys are a little puffier because I filled you up, but you're gonna sink. But that makes a nice well for goodies like blueberry or cherry or
Yeah.
something.
If you want to put a sauce in there. Mhm.
You want to put a little topping in there? Go beat down. You know, cheesecake's notorious for sinking. I could do a water bath and futz with it and make it look all pretty, but
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is down and quick. You know, it's not going for anybody professional.
Yeah, because now they don't do the baked ones. They do the no. Everybody does the no bake cheesecakes now.
Yeah, these are homemade scratch. Start with Philadelphia cream cheese and go through. These are not no bake, no nothing. These are actual
The real thing.
the real deal.
All
And
right.
so when you see one in a bakery, a lot of steam helps to keep it from sinking when it comes out.
Yep, Victoria, that's why we
Pardon that.
make wrenches so people can go and do that. It's easier for people to go and check them out.
Who knew? I didn't know. No, you gave me a wrench and I didn't know what it was. I said, "Ooh, that's cute."
Actually, I give it to you, Shay, because that way when you're in here, if somebody comes in and is trolling me or doing something, saying something bad that offends you, you can block them or put them in timeout.
Okay. Oh,
Because when I'm driving, I can't control the chat very good. I have to hold my other phone up, so I trust
you need somebody to moderate.
to watch. Yeah, but watch it.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're well behaved. If anybody acts up as you, and I can't block you.
Now, if they're blue, you can't do it. But if they're not blue, then you can block them.
Okay.
Or
And
you can put them in like a timeout.
Yeah, put them in timeout. And you have my 100% behind you when you do it.
Okay, I will not let you down. I will take my responsibility. Very important.
Because every once in a while we'll have bad people come in. Like when Jeffrey came up, I don't usually, until I get to know somebody, let them come up.
Yeah.
And I make them show their face. That's another deal. Me and Rita's had people come up that are naked.
You what?
Yep.
What? Are you kidding?
Yep, it'll come in under somebody else's name, and they'll have their avatar up, and they'll flip it off as soon as you let them in, and they're naked.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yep.
That's what people do? What is
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
oh
and
my God.
sometimes you should see the comments for some of the trolls that pop up. They're bad.
We've had some like you're sitting up there, you're a pretty lady. We'll have some come up there saying, "Hey, can I see under your skirt?" or something like that, and so we just
Yeah.
block them.
Want to feel your Oh
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you're doing lives, you really have to find some people you trust to moderate in case somebody gets past the net and comes in. And usually when they try once, they'll try 3 or 4 times under a different name, and it's the same person. And they just before they give up.
Time on their hands, Joe.
What's that?
They got a lot of time on their hands to be doing all that.
Yep.
Oh, I know. And it's like ridiculous. Can you grab those cheesecake out of the oven? Look, quick, like a bunny.
Hold this down.
Yeah. The thing's right there. Thank you.
That's why on Rita's, you have to be a member of her channel for at least 20 minutes. So that way they won't stick around, usually that long to become a subscribe. You have to be subscribed to her.
So that's what that's about. I didn't know what that meant. I saw that and I said, oh.
Yep.
They have to subscribe. Okay, that's what that's about, to stop the trollers.
Yeah, stop the trollers out.
Because most people won't stick around. If you have a time limit, you have to be a member, have been subscribed to my channel for 15 or 30 minutes to chat. Most trollers won't stick around because they'll go looking for other bait that's fast and it's easy.
And see, I usually watch YouTube from my TV. I'm never on my phone, but I can't chat from my TV. So I caught Rita on live one day, and I was like, I'm going to chat and say hello. So this is all new to me. So I don't do any of it. Victoria said for safety. We have to be safe. Because now we're living in a world where everybody knows everybody's information.
And then also, like if they do something wrong on here, and I'm on StreamYard, and they do something wrong, it goes against me, not on them. I can get demonetized and lose my channel.
Wow. So the person doesn't get penalized.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of hard. Sometimes they go down. They don't come down on the side of wrong, which would be the person coming up and doing shenanigans out of your kind of control.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe run Jeffrey off. He ain't even coming back.
You know what? I
Lord
see where he chatted at. It's because on here I don't know how to talk either in the chat. And when it has chat and it has comments, but I see all the regular chat and the comments instead of the chat part. So I think that's what it is, too.
There should be a line at the bottom of the chat where you can type.
It says join chat, and I don't know if I click that if it's going to make me leave.
I ain't sure on that one.
Yeah,
let's see. How will we know if we don't click?
I've always just ended up doing the, if I'm on, then I'm using my iPad. So then I just keep an eye on the chat when my hands aren't busy. Oh. 2 green beans out.
I think I can talk in the chat.
Sometimes with Joe on, you got to be able to talk in chat, or you can't get a word in.
I'm going to get my words in. Don't you worry.
Hey, I thought I've been behaving. Behaving today.
I have an older sister. I know how to get my words in.
There, you got it. You typed in there.
Okay.
I thought I've been doing good today.
You were. And you helped me a lot about with the rotary thing. I really appreciate it because I thought, oh my
Not
God,
a
what's
problem.
wrong with me?
Nothing. It's what works for you. It's like everybody goes, well, I use pins or I use clips. I use both because I'll be darned if there aren't times where you need pins, and there's times where clips are more efficient. So
Okay.
I sometimes use those Wonder clips, and a lot of times I use pins, and sometimes I use both.
Okay.
You know, but I will tell you that the Clover Wonder clips, those are the people who originally created them, they are better quality
Okay.
than the knockoffs, and you can tell the
Victoria,
difference.
she's got diarrhea of the mouth most of the time.
I'm
Victoria
loquacious.
said that you're chatty Cathy and some people like to talk more than others, which is good. So we need some listeners and some talkers. So yeah, that's what makes the world go round.
I don't talk much, so I enjoy having somebody up here that does talk.
Randy doesn't talk much. What's right?
Holy cow, Batman.
I'm kind of shy.
Yeah, right.
Randy's shy, everyone. So let's just take it easy on him.
Shoot spit. God bless America. Shine my arse.
All right, we're coming into Wichita, Kansas. 45 miles to Oklahoma.
45 miles, everybody.
Okay, Shay. Green bean casserole is ready to go in the oven. That's it.
And you
It's
just
already
mix it up like that. Okay.
ready to go. And then I throw it in the oven. And then in about 30 minutes,
Is your oven gas or electric?
It's electric. I wish it was gas. I wish.
Me too. I was going to have you stick your head in there see if there's any leaks.
Joe, what if I don't like mushrooms? What can I use instead of cream of mushroom?
You can use cream of chicken. You can use, you could
Cream
probably
of-
substitute any soup.
Cream and celery
bacon.
would be good.
Cream
Okay.
of celery. If you don't like mushroom, they have a lot of cream of different soups you can look at.
Okay.
I
don't want to throw myself too much, but I'm not really a big mushroom person.
I like my pork chops baked with cream of mushrooms over them.
Really? Like a little gravy? Okay.
Paula, we don't need your 2 cents, Paula. I've been shy for a long time.
But you see how I just did it in the pan? But what I did was, the first thing I did was just mix the soup with the milk, and then I added everything else. Drained the green beans and added everything else, and there you go.
Okay.
Made it simple. Yeah, I would if I could, but she's hidden it again, and I'm just tired of looking for shit.
I can't believe my favorite daughter-in-law won't stick up for me.
Ooh.
Victoria said, I do not know a shy over-the-road trucker. So there you go.
Shaya, you haven't been in here as long. Paula is my daughter-in-law.
Oh, Paula is. Hi, Paula. So she's really telling the truth on you then.
She does nails. That's what her job is. Does really pretty nails.
I won't tell you, Randy, what that sounded like the first time you said it. The nails part. We're gonna go poke the turkey and see if it's about done. Poke the turkey. Get dirty fork. We'll use this fork.
Paula, I don't know what you charge for kids or if you do kids, but yesterday I was up at Aunt Gladys's and one of her great granddaughters. She's probably 10. She's a spoiled brat. She needs her ass beat, but she's
Oh,
wanting her nails done. They took her to St. Joe, and they did like a pink and white French tip, and then put a little butterfly on it, and they charged $85 to do a kid's fingernails.
what?
Holy
She had to get a
crap.
pink or what?
Gel, or, I mean, did it have gold flakes in it?
No, it was just pink and white polish, and then had a little butterfly on one finger.
Wow.
Wow.
It was $85. It was
What
a
charger?
Oriental lady that did it. Somebody there in St.
I
Joe. I don't
didn't
know what the name was, but
Well, I mean, up here in New Jersey and New York, the prices are really, really, really expensive, but you get a lot of stuff.
try both.
For a child, they never charge a child that
But I
much.
can try both. So they're different.
Because children don't get all the stuff that we're getting on our nails. They just getting, like you said, a little bit of nail polish. So I
yeah,
can't even imagine that.
it,
Yeah.
it was Paula Bentley's shop. They said I tried to get him to get. I was going to call you and see if you could get her in there yesterday, but they was in a hurry and somebody knew the people in St. Joe.
Well, they didn't get a hookup, I'll tell you that. So they did not get the hookup.
Next up. Boompa.
I don't see you anymore, Joe.
Hey, hush.
Come on.
Maybe
Come
she'll stay gone.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, damn it, she's back.
And you got me. Buffering tonight. It has been raining and there's a storm coming in. Do you have the other flashlight, Deb? Yeah. The black metal one, yeah. I took it in last night. Cause I wanna, or just stand here and shine your head.
Yeah, Victoria, this little girl spoiled. They were wanting to do her. She's doing the trick or treat, trunk trick or treat, like Rhonda's going to do today. And she got a costume, and they were doing her hair, and she didn't like it, so she laid on the floor. I mean, this girl is 10 years old, laying on the floor, screaming and hollering and kicking her feet. I wanted to reach down and whop her ass real so bad.
Where'd Shay Shay go?
She's there.
Oh, Shay
She's just
Shay?
being quiet.
Well,
Shay,
she's dark.
did you mute?
She's dark. I didn't know she
Am I
took
back?
There you are. Now I hear you.
I was trying to figure out how to be on the other page station. Oh, look at that.
Can you see? There we go. See how that is? It's how easy it's coming off. See, yeah, that's about done. The wind keeps blowing the smoke this way. Hey, watch, look at this. Did you
Shay, read
get
that.
some?
Read that comment, Shay. You do what you want.
Let me see.
Yeah, but it's not too juicy. No,
This
it's
is
perfect.
my angel on this side, and she has a black eye and has my name. And then this is a little baby devil that has a little diaper on and a pitchfork. Yeah. So that was when I was younger, 25 years ago maybe. I had a little devil on my shoulder and a little angel on my shoulder, and that is why I have the two tattoos.
Both of my arms are covered. I got a unicorn, an eagle, a tiger, and a rose. Then my chest has got two on it.
Oh my goodness. That's nasty. You don't want none of that. You just don't want any. It's nasty.
He said, I want some turkey. Somebody give me some turkey.
Oh my gosh. That's what I tell my sister. It's a joke because it's like if I tell her it's nasty, then you're hoping she won't eat any, so there'll be more for you. So if you tell her that it's
Yes,
nasty, it's
Jay.
actually really
Do you
good.
have any cousins, Jay? Cavassier? Cavassier?
All right.
Joe, just think next week you could take your mask off. Halloween's going to be over.
You know what?
I resemble that remark.
I had to say something. He's talking about Halloween.
Halloween is not my favorite holiday.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm always
I mean-
here all year round. I don't have to wait till Halloween.
I mean, parts of it are okay, but some of it's just become darker and darker, and
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah,
You
people
know,
are going into, yeah.
the light side, the lighter side of it, the fun side of it. You know, kids dressing up, that's fine with me, but some of this dark stuff is just no. But that's just me.
No.
I mean, a lot of people love it, and they don't have any problem with it.
It's okay being a square. Squares are great, and we need squares.
My orthodox has practiced pain management for 18 years, and he says I'm the largest square patient he's ever had in his practice. And he told me that he took his textbook when I was teasing my rheumatologist, and I said, you know, that my favorite orthodox took the textbook and put it back on the shelf. He said, oh no, I threw it in the trash can, poured gasoline on it, and lit it on fire, because he says, you ain't textbook nothing. And yeah, I think those would be great. We just have to paint them and check them out.
Okay.
Because I don't have the exact measurements, because I'd have to look at that one, but it was kind of like that one. Yeah, I think those would be great. Sorry.
Oh, I have more. I have, wait.
So it just cracked me up when he says, I didn't just take it off the desk. I threw it in the trash can and put gasoline on it. That's what my favorite orthodox after 6 years thinks of me. I don't know why.
Shay will have to kick Joe off after a bit and do show and tell.
We're not kicking Joe off. Joe is staying because she got the good food today.
Joe just that's all.
Uh-oh. One of us is roboting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm on the ceiling because I sat down. I had to sit down for a minute for the dogs, and then I'll finish walking down the hall. I gotta take a break for a minute.
Yeah,
Then I'll put the taters on.
And
That's what I do.
Upset.
I cook a little, and then I take some breaks, and then I cook a little, and then we just eat when it's
we're
done.
losing Andy. Randy's gone.
Oh, Randy just went through the tunnel of buffering.
Uh-oh, Randy.
He'll be back.
Will it cut us off, or we'll stay here?
No, it'll stay. I mean, it'll stay. He's just doing well. See, now I'm doing. He's just buffering like we are. So he may be going through. He may be going to a tunnel. He may be going to just a patch town where they don't have a lot of service.
Oh, okay.
So
He's
as
back,
long as
he's trying to get back.
yeah, he'll get back. It might take a few minutes, you know. Sometimes there's
Randy.
welcome back. I told you he'd come back. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old.
While you were going, Randy, we talked about you like a dog.
The only problem is it would have been taped, and he could have gone back and looked to see what we said. If it hadn't been taped.
How are you? Nice to meet you, baby E. everything's almost done. Our
Yes.
resident chef here has been cooking all day. Got the turkey going.
Well, in about 10 minutes, that turkey's coming off. And I tell you what, talk about melt in your mouth. Bad to the bone. Well, you
It's
saw
gonna
it.
be coming. I'm
Did
not
you
a
see
big
how
turkey person, but November, something about the month of November makes me want some turkey.
my favorite thing about turkey is the turkey sandwiches.
Or the club sandwiches with the Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yes, turkey sandwiches. That's the way I like my turkey. Is a good
Thank you,
good
baby.
home done turkey, and you take that turkey meat and you slap it on some white bread, unhealthy white bread like Wonder, with some mayo and salt and pepper, and you have a turkey sandwich. None of this whole wheat, none of this frou-frou tofu stuff. White bread.
Gluten-free bread.
I'll tell you, Wonder Bread is the white bread I grew up with. It's not even pure white bread anymore because they've hidden wheat bread in there. It tastes very similar to what I grew up with. They've done the taste right, but they've snuck a lot of wheat flour in there to make it healthier.
Oh, really?
You just don't taste it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So they don't get kicked off the planet by the vegetarians and those screaming, it's unhealthy and you shouldn't have a choice about what you put in your body. Well, don't eat it if you don't like it.
Instagram, baby E. I'm sorry. I'm a nobody. I don't have any of that. I'm just up here. This is all I got. And I don't have a channel, a page, or none of that. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I'm old. Even though I don't look like I'm old, I'm old.
I bet you I'm older than you are.
I don't know anything about TikTok or Instagram.
Oh, I don't.
None of that.
I have seen a few TikToks, but I do not know much about it. I've never gone there. I do a little Instagram, but not much. And Facebook, I used to be on daily, and now I go on every once in a while. I use the marketplace sometimes, and I have Messenger, but not a lot. Most of where my stomping grounds are YouTube.
Yeah, the marketplace is a good ad. That's a good thing.
Well, it is because you have to be careful.
Yeah.
But like anything, you can get some really good deals. I mean, my sister, see my new seat? Look at this chair.
Oh, okay.
You don't know how much picked it up for?
How much?
$35.
Oh, that's a good deal today in any day.
Yeah,
$35.
and it's like new, and it still has good cushioning. It's perfect. It's perfect for my back when I'm at my cutting table. It's the perfect height because I had a different one.
It looks like it's one of those that adjusts. Does it go up and down?
Yes, it goes up and down. It has the wheels, but it's solid metal. I had one that I got a couple months ago at my friend's vendor mall for like $15, and it had a plastic tractor-like seat.
You have a friend?
I have a rare friend here and there.
Oh, okay.
And
what's it cost you?
Well, sometimes it just costs me a lot of grief with their piss and vinegar and orneyness, but you got to pay the toll sometimes, Randy. You just got to pay the toll.
Okay.
Pay the tax. But anyway, I didn't realize that they hadn't installed the seat correctly. So they had only put 3 of the 4 bolts in there. So I was reaching like this, and it cracked and put me on the floor.
Oh, wow.
They probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, probably did.
Randy probably snuck in there and took that stuff. He probably did.
And I like this better because it has padding and it has just enough of a back that it sits better, and it's kind of.
I have enough padding.
Perfect. You have enough padding?
Yeah.
But this is like a mechanic, so this is not like a lowbrow stool, whatever. But that's just my cutting table. I have a very, very nice chair that I got for where I sew and do my ironing.
It's important. Yeah.
Well, it is, and
If you're
I
gonna be
had
sitting there for a long time, you want to be comfortable because your legs go numb and all that stuff. You're sitting too long. Yeah.
yep. All right, I'm gonna set you here. I'm gonna step outside and see what the neighbors are doing. But yeah, I had one, and I had bought it in '97. It was the perfect chair. It was great, and I had it set in the other room. And Deb had bought one, but she bought a cheaper one. And she came in 2018 and said, "Can Hayden, her youngest grandson, my nephew, can he have one of the computer chairs?" And I said, "Yes, as long as you give him yours. Do not give him my chair, because it's a better." Well, I went hunting for it, and I said, "Well, where's my chair?" And she goes, "I gave it to Hayden, because this is a piece of crap." And I'm like, "Exactly." So for about 6 months, it put me in agony to sit in that thing. So then I used some of my inheritance.
Victoria,
and
what do
got
you
a good
mean?
chair.
That's 3. What did I do?
You're in somebody's in big trouble.
Yeah, probably Joe.
Well,
I never get in trouble.
probably. I'm always in trouble whether or not I've done nothing or not.
Victoria, who are we getting? Which one? It's Randy, isn't it? It's Randy.
It could
You
it
say
could have
Randy.
been it could have been me saying my sister gave my chair away, and he wasn't going to give it up because it was still a darn good chair because I took
Yeah.
care of it
Yeah.
and it's comfortable. Now when I bought this chair, he was like, "I'll trade you," and I'm like, "Yeah, right."
You want to trade me my chair for my chair?
Mhm. But you gonna trade me that chair for this $350 chair that I just got? You're gonna trade me in my $90 chair for $19.97 for this gaming chair that I got on sale and I saved up 3 years for? It cost me $300 post tax and shipping. No tax, no shipping, but just tax. This thing is great. If I want to recline flat out in it, I can.
Oh wow.
10
Listen,
year
baby,
warranty.
you could be my friend. You don't have to put an application in. I'm just a regular old person. I'm nobody special. You know, you catch me on here, you catch me and talk to me. I'm always gonna speak back. I'm very polite. So, you know,
Well,
if you
you
want
are
to be my
somebody
friend,
very
just come
special.
around to all the places I'm at. This is where I'm at. These are my friends. So if you want to see me and talk to me, these are the places to find me. You better start subscribing to all the people in here because there's some great people and they have great channels and we have a blast. So if you're interested in traveling and quilting and cooking and eating, then we are your group.
Well, I will say,
It says Victoria G. I'm not here to start trouble, but I will admit that Shay caught my eye. I'm actually enjoying myself though. Oh, it's me. I got everybody on here. See, look at this, Randy. I'm getting you views. That's right, Jay. Come on in and subscribe and follow all of us around. Subscribe to Joe's channel. And
Yeah, that's all we ask, guys. I know she's a pretty lady and stuff, but we try to keep it respectful for everybody.
absolutely.
mm-hmm. You're special. You're special, Shay. And Randy,
Okay, who told y'all to?
don't say she's special like she belongs in the special education classes. She's
I
special.
sometimes get on the short bus, Randy. So what? So what?
I mean, I agree with everything you say, but you're not a nobody. You have your place in this world at this time in this world for a purpose, and you make your splash in the pond or the stream or river or whatever lake that God's given you, and it's big enough, and then it ripples out. So you ain't a nobody, and you're special.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Baby is a truck driver also.
Truck driver, he says he's in Colorado on a break. So where do you go? I'm in Jersey. Do you ever go up to Jersey? I'm all, Joanne has went all over, but I haven't been to the Midwest yet. I want to try. Maybe go out there and something. I'll see how things go. We'll see.
Well, if you can travel, Shay, try and do some driving, 'cause there's some pretty
It
country
used to
out
be.
there.
It used to be a beautiful thing to do a road trip, but you know how much gas has went up, and it just doesn't. It's not feasible these days.
Well, I don't know. I went to Chattanooga and I went up through Virginia, a piece of Virginia, into Tennessee, went down into Georgia, and then went an hour or something in Georgia and back, and then down through the mountains of Tennessee. And I did it cheaper than a plane ticket on my gas.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And now it took longer, but I saw some pretty country, and I could come and go. I could get what I needed. I could take my time. I could speed up. I could
That
stop
is,
and see sights,
and you
take
see a
photos.
lot of beautiful stuff when you're traveling and driving. That's true.
Especially if you get off the damn interstate
That's true.
and you go to back roads and you find the little towns and you take an extra add another 30 minutes to your trip.
I don't know if I do that often because I'm in the city part. So I don't do.
Well,
stay
you're in
on
Jersey.
I stay on the path, but I don't know.
Shay, baby,
Yeah.
he does come to New Jersey. He says
Okay,
he was out there last week.
See you, my friend. If you want to be my friend, next time you're out here, let me know. See, I'll speak to you and say, hey, baby.
No, I didn't do a lot of fancy. Now I didn't do a lot of motels or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my gas was less than what it would have been for a plane ticket to do a
How
2
long
hour,
did it
3
take?
hour hop. What's
How
that?
long did it take for you to travel?
It's 9 to 10 hours to Chattanooga from here because I'm on the coast. And
Okay.
so I split it. The first trip I did straight because I had to be there, and I did. That's not what I wanted to do. And the second trip I split it in half because I have a nephew in South Carolina. So I
Okay.
went the southern route on the way back, stopped overnight at his place, and did the other 5 hours home after going
Okay.
up to the orchard.
Oh, okay.
I ended
do
up
a lot
doing
of
a
those
4 hour
things.
detour to an orchard, which made it another 9 hour day. But I split it in two, and I just
Mhm.
stopped at my nephew's for a few hours.
I haven't been to Chattanooga in years. Yeah.
But I've slept in my car more times than I've count over the years. It's been a long time, but
Yeah.
I've done pit stops where I've slept for an hour or two in a safe spot
Because it's
and
a
then
long
hit the
drive from
road
here to
again.
Alabama, and we go to Alabama. It used to be like 18-hour drive,
Yeah.
and yeah, so it was a lot of resting.
I've done 4 round trip coast to coast trips, and I've done one across from Arizona to here.
Oh, okay. So, baby, where are you from? And Jay Kavasi, where are you from? Where are you guys from?
I have to go and check the green bean casserole
It's time.
and
It's
my
almost
taters.
dinner time at Joe's house. Everybody, get your plate.
Yeah. Yep. Probably about a half hour because as soon as I put the taters on, they'll take about 20 minutes to get soft, and then just whip them up with a big slab of butter and some good fresh whole milk.
Y'all hear
Yep.
that? Butter.
One of my dog's favorite treats is
Butter
mashed
makes
potatoes.
everything better.
Mm-hmm. You don't skimp on the butter in this house because we're Southern. We don't use none of that fake stuff. I will trade 2 or 3 years of my life to eat good than I will to eat chemicals to preserve myself.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Baby, he's from California
And
originally.
you're going to go for 4 months straight? Is that how they do that? You poor thing. You overworked. Well, we appreciate all the truck drivers for getting all our products to us and
Yes.
making sure life still goes smoothly for us, even though it doesn't go always smoothly for you guys. So we appreciate you. All the truck drivers. You make the world go round. We need you.
Well,
Okay.
but yeah. And then we did one when I was 17. My dad got a trailer and hitched it up, and we did like a month and a half across the United States and back, just stopping at different places, staying in a camper. But that was what, 82.
Okay.
Saw Mount Rushmore, Craters of the Moon up north. That's a national park.
Okay.
Went all the way to the border of Oregon, and then we came the southern route back.
A lot of my traveling was fishing. I was in a fishing club for 20-something years, and we traveled around to fish.
That sounds
So
fishy to
it
me.
was so fun. It was so fun.
I'll tell you something embarrassing. I love fishing, but I've never been able to catch a fish in my life. I've spent hours fishing, and I've never caught a fish.
You never
They hate
caught
me.
a fish?
Nope.
Randy
Baby,
must have been around. He jinxed you. Randy, did you do that?
no, I taking the fifth on that one.
I have
You
fished
know,
at different places my whole life, and
Joe, it's not really about catching fish. When we go fishing, it has nothing
yeah,
to do with catching fish.
no,
It's
but
fishing the
but
breeze.
it would be nice to go at least once in my life for all those hours sitting
Well,
around with
I'll
a
say
fishing
this:
pole.
deep sea fishing, you're guaranteed to get something. When you're in little lakes and stuff, you be out there 12, 14 hours and you just go home hungry. Sometimes it's
Hmm.
just like that.
Yeah. We stopped at this place in Idaho by this beautiful river, and they were catching these big, huge, beautiful trout. Didn't we sat there for about 4 hours, didn't catch anything. I was 17, but it was fun sitting there and watching these fishermen hauling these big old trout.
Oh, really? Salmon. He said he's fished in Yellowstone Park in Montana and it had the best salmon ever.
Oh,
Wow.
probably. Yeah, I would imagine. Go put the.
Catherine wants to know, Randy, will you be on Miss Rita's live tonight?
Yes, I will be.
He wouldn't let it start without him being there. You know he will be there, Kathy. You know.
Hey,
I'll be there
Kathy.
too if I'm still awake.
I haven't been watching chat because I've been cooking and taking a break. So I'm going back to cooking. So I haven't really been paying attention to chat.
Baby E, who do you drive for? Can you say?
And well, also, do you do deep sea fishing or you just do from like a little lake, a little river here and there? Deep sea is so different. I love it. I
Come on,
can't do that.
get your butt in here. I gotta go get stuff out of the oven, you stupid dog. Get on the porch and wait till I close the door. Little woolly thing. Come on, your highness.
Guys, I'm about ready to close this down. I got 8 miles of state line. I got to
Okay.
go through this scale down here, and they really picky down here in Oklahoma. So we got 8 miles yet. Oh, you're an owner
Okay.
operator too? Yeah, so am I, baby.
Yeah, that's fine, Randy.
Okay, so what? I don't have a page to go to. So you guess what? If Joe goes live, I'll go to hers. But if not, we all have to say goodbye. Or we go on to Joe's page and watch her eat. I'd rather have a plate to eat too.
Well, you would like this meal. Let me tell you
I think
what.
I would.
I think you would. You may not like the green
Hungry
bean
for 4
casserole.
hours.
Hi, John. Thank you.
You might not like the green bean casserole because it's got
I don't know, but
mushroom
you know
soup
what? I
in it.
like
But
green beans, and I like, well, maybe the mushrooms, but you know what? I'll just do it. But I'm gonna try that recipe and just do it with the celery.
yeah,
So,
and maybe sometime when you have people to share it with, you chat with the mushroom soup, and you might find that you like it. Because you may not like mushrooms overall, but with all the other flavors in it, you may find
so
that you like it.
it's no actual mushrooms cut up in it. It's just the flavor.
There's some real tiny little pieces of mushrooms in mushroom soup.
Baby E, did you subscribe to Joe's channel, and to this channel right here? And you
I
gotta
didn't drop the
subscribe
links.
to Rita's Roots, so you don't miss out on all the fun. You want to be our friends? This is where we at. We have a little community. So if
And
you want to
I'm
join the
just
community,
I'm
Come
just
on.
starting. I'm
Yes,
just
you can
starting
talk.
on my channel. So, I'm disabled, and so some days I have good days and some days I don't. So it's taking me a little bit to get things figured out and how to do things. Sometimes I'm challenged with the new technology, but I'm working on it.
Aren't we all challenged with it? So
Yeah.
everybody make sure that you subscribe to everybody's pages so we have a little connection, and put your notifications on, because we on sometimes. We spring up and pop in the middle of the night. You never
Well,
know.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
We spring up at 11, 12 o'clock midnight and we're just on. So you never know. So, okay,
Yeah.
Randy, be safe out there.
All right, guys, I'm gonna shut this down. Thanks
All right.
everybody for
Thank you,
coming in.
Randy. You have a
I've
blessed
enjoyed
night.
it.
I'll see you
Bye,
later.
everybody in the chat. Thank you so much, guys.
No.
You are so sweet.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold up. Let me see if I'm doing it right. Wait, Randy. Okay, I think I'm going. Okay. Bye, Dee.